Estamos en vivo.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another fun night of trivia. Tonight, so far, joining us, we'll have Tony, the USC fan. We have Joey, West Virginia fan. We have Mike
Hey guys.
Fort, Michigan man.
Go blue.
We got Hillbilly Skeptic, the Kentucky fan.
No Big Blue.
And we got the Brainiac, Gumby, the Cowman.
Hello, once again, everybody.
The Brainiac.
The
What
I
is the
Brain.
wish.
Brainiac?
Shoot, I
My,
wish.
my IQ goes up 10 points just getting online with Gumby and Tony.
I'm telling you.
My brain's got
Gumby's
like
the
one
smart
piece. I wish.
Hey, wasn't the Brainiac? That was a supervillain in a comic book or something, wasn't it?
Something like
What
that.
book was that?
Brainiac. I remember that. That was wasn't it in the Marvels? I thought he was in the Marvel comics.
DC. I thought it
I'm
was DC.
trying to-
Might be.
You think it was DC Comics?
I
Was
think it was DC.
yeah, Brainiac, wasn't he the guy that he
Because
had
he was
the,
part of. He was a part of the Justice League or something, wasn't he?
No, the
Yep.
Justice League was Wonder Woman, Aquaman,
Man, Batman,
The-
and Superman.
and the two.
Yeah, but he was the enemy of Superman. Brainiac was the enemy of Superman.
yeah, he was a bad guy, Brainiac. Isn't he the guy that trapped Superman like in a bottle? He trapped Superman and he had some I can't remember, man. Those cartoons were so long ago.
I wish I could remember what comic book that was. I guess it was just Justice League. Yeah, because he was a
Darkseid, big one back then.
I think. Yeah. Oh well, it don't matter. Just got me thinking when you called him Brainiac.
He was a cyborg enemy of Superman.
What comic strip was it? Was it Justice League or?
It was comic number 242 in July 1958. Brainiac is usually depicted as an extraterrestrial android or cyborg, an enemy of Superman and the Justice League. All right, we're going to start with Tony.
The
Tony-
pressure's on.
Which one of the cards would you like? Is there a certain one you want? I got Genesis 2 through 5, and I also have All American.
How about All American?
All right, let's see how
We'll try
American you are.
Yeah, my only goal is not to goose egg.
That's a good goal. All right, here's your first question, people. What play writes Thomas Laner Williams, better known as?
Tennessee?
Tennessee is correct.
All right, the goose egg is avoided.
All right, here's your entertainment.
He hung out with UCLA quarterback Ronnie Knox, by the way. Sorry.
Running.
Go on.
All right, here's your entertainment. What never seen Saturday Night Live character was born without a spine?
Never seen Saturday Night Live character?
Yep, he was born without a spine.
That I have no idea. The Bubble Boy. That's from Seinfeld, but
Does anybody know it?
Nope.
Never heard of
No,
it.
No, no.
That was
me either.
Mr. Loopner. Mr. Loopner.
I've never heard of
All
that.
right, here's your history. What patriotic tune was actually written by a British Army doctor, Richard Shuckburgh, to mock colonial troops in 1755?
Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle is correct. All right, here is your place. What U.S. states attractions include the homes of President Garfield, Grant, Harding, Hayes, and Taft?
It's Ohio, isn't it?
That is Ohio.
Yep.
So you're doing a lot better than just one.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll
You're
take it.
kicking it.
All right, sports and leisure. Who paid Howard Spira $40,000 to badmouth Dave Winfield?
Charlie Finley. I don't know.
Nope. Does anybody know?
Shooter McGavin.
No.
I like that guess though.
Howard Stern.
It was the New York Yankees owner, George Steinbrenner.
Ah, I
Oh, he'd have done that for
figured it
free.
was one of the owners, but I guessed Finley, but I should have guessed Steinbrenner.
All right, here you go. Here's your last one. This is the wild card.
Uh
What club called itself America's Bookstore?
oh. Columbia House.
No, them you had to buy.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody know?
What club?
What club called itself America's Bookstore? If you don't overthink it, it's pretty easy.
Amazon?
Amazon.
No,
What club?
Costco.
no.
Dalton.
It was Book of the Month Club.
Okay.
I thought
Tony,
wasn't Book of the Month. I think my library has a Book of the Month club. Like,
yep. Tony, you got 3 out of 6. That's really good.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, Joey, which card would you like?
I don't know.
Let's start tonight with the original.
All right, here we go with the original. Geography. What's the state motto of California?
State motto of California. Jeez.
Yep.
I hope Tony knows this one.
I do know this one.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Florida's the Sunshine State.
Excuse the term.
Um,
Excuse the term.
no, it's something about. I think it's something about finding something. What is it, Tony?
It's
Eureka.
named after a. Yep, I'm gonna say it's a vacuum.
Eureka.
I guess
Up
they
there
found
with the
anything.
castle.
All right, Joey, here's your entertainment. This is a great song. Whose first hit song was Ain't That a Shame?
Mm.
Ain't that a shame? Who the hell
Oh, I
sang
know
that?
who.
Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna think for a second. Who in the hell sang that? I know the
This
damn
is a good one
song.
because everybody knows the song. Everybody can sing the song, but who the hell was it who sang it?
Not me.
I know who.
You don't know the song Ain't That a Shame?
Nope.
Joey should.
Way too
I-
young. then.
I know the song. I'm trying to think of who sings it. Give me a second. I'm thinking. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame.
You know what, Joey? If you get it wrong, you're going to think that too. Ain't that a shame?
Yep.
Oh, that's Domino. That's who it is. That's
Bingo.
Bats.
That's your final answer?
Right? Oh shit! You're going to tell me. You think? All right. Yes, this is my final answer.
It wasn't Fats Domino.
What?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
Well, I know
It was
Fats singing.
Thinking,
It was a great. It was a great guy. Come on.
Oh God. I don't know. I thought it was Fats Domino.
Now, I'm not saying Fats Domino didn't,
He sang it, but he wasn't
sang
the first
it.
one.
But
He
this
wasn't the
guy
original
came
one.
up with it. No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Valentine. I don't have any idea.
All right. Well, you're going to be mad now, Joey. The answer was Pat Boone.
Ooh.
Oh shit! I never knew he did that.
Yeah. All right. Here's your history question. Who's
Hold on
19?
Hold on a minute. What you bet? Oh, I will in a second. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not a problem. History. Whose 1965 state funeral was the first ever attended by a reigning British monarch?
1956.
1965. 65.
Oh, 65. 65. 65 would have probably been Churchill.
Winston Churchill is correct. All right, here's arts and literature. What kind of sports team was reunited in Jason Miller's The Championship season?
That was. So I have to. I'm trying to remember if it was a college basketball or high school basketball. Do I have to know that too?
You just had to say basketball. That's all that mattered. If I remember right, that was the championship season. Wasn't that the college basketball team? Wasn't that the name of that? With the Western Kentucky, wasn't that the name of the book?
I don't know. I was thinking high school, but you might be right.
Okay, you could be right too, but for some reason I'm thinking that was the, what was it, 55 or 56 Western Kentucky when they won. All right, here's a good one. Here's science and nature. What's the square root of 900?
That would be 30. That's 30. 30 is 900.
30 is 900. All right. Sports and leisure. What race has the distinction of being the longest lasting non mechanical sports event?
Say non-mechanical.
Yep.
Read it again.
What race has the distinction of being the longest lasting non mechanical sports event?
So that would either probably be a marathon or a bike race. I'm gonna say bike. Tour de France.
Tour de France is correct. You got 4 out of 6 on that one, Joey. Good job.
Ooh, I'd have missed that. I would have figured this guy did a ride.
I was going to say the same thing.
All right, Mike, which one of these would you like?
Grab one at random.
All right, we'll reach right here. This card's calling your name. Genesis 3, so this was 1994.
Bring it.
People and
I'm gonna
places.
pop out. My internet's really screwing up right now. I'm gonna pop out and pop back in. I'm gonna reset
All right.
everything again.
All right, Joey, see you in a bit. All right, Mike, people and places. What world leader was excommunicated by Pope John the 23rd on January 3rd, 1962?
62.
Yep. Don't overthink it.
Okay, I'll go with the obvious answer, Khrushchev.
Don't underthink it.
Okay, so it's not Khrushchev, huh? Well, it can't be Kennedy.
No, it wasn't Kennedy. It was Kennedy's arch nemesis at the time,
Ooh, okay.
Oh, Castro?
Castro. Fidel Castro. Yep.
I would have guessed Khrushchev.
All right, here's a good question. I didn't know this one. Arts and entertainment. What are the names of the adult Dalmatians in 101 Dalmatians?
Oh, pass.
Does anybody know the adult in the Dalmatians?
I pass.
It is Pongo and Perdita. Yeah, I wasn't going to get that one. All right, here's your history question, Mike. Whose political views changed when his brother was executed for plotting against the Tsar in 1887?
Marx?
It was not Marx.
Damn.
Does anybody know?
Lenin.
It was Vladimir Lenin.
I figured it was the other one.
All right, here we go. Science and nature. What kind of poisoning do historians believe helped along the fall of Rome?
What kind of poisoning?
Yeah, what kind of poisoning do historians believe helped along the fall of Rome?
Poison.
Mike, I think this is back to back, either Trivial Pursuits or Jeopardy's that's kind of been against you.
Alcohol poisoning.
No. Does anybody know?
Lead poisoning.
It was lead poisoning.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
All right, don't overthink. Oh, well. I tell you not to overthink this one, but it's the one category you hate. This is sports and leisure, and it's baseball. Who were the first father and son to play on the same baseball team in Major League history? They
Okay.
played for the Reds, if this will help you.
Oh, you just gave it to him there.
Well, he
No, he
don't know
didn't.
baseball, so I'm trying to help him as much as I can.
No,
on
he
this.
didn't. Because I was going to say the Alus, but it ain't for the Reds.
No.
Pass.
The Griffies.
It was Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr.
I thought they played for. I thought Ken Griffey Jr. played for the Mariners.
He did later in life, but he started with the Reds.
Wow, I did not know that.
Right. Okay, so I actually hurt you by saying that, but his dad never played for the Mariners, so. All right, here's your last one. This is your wild card. What was the only piece of writing Jonathan Swift got paid for in 1726?
Gulliver's Travels.
That saved you from getting skunked.
Hey, how about that?
Ah,
And on literature, and I suck at literature. Wow. Tough.
yeah, no. That wasn't a good card at all.
No.
All right. Gumby, which one of these cards would you like?
I'm gonna say Genesis 1.
Genesis 1, here we go. Geography. What's the square in the center of Moscow?
Oh, come on.
Red Square.
Red square is correct. All right, here is your entertainment. Who was the first non-human to win an Oscar?
The first non-human. It's probably not a cat.
It was not a cat.
I'll say Mr. Ed, even though that's wrong.
He was a horse, of course, but it wasn't Mr. Ed. Does
Ooh.
anybody know?
I was whistling the Lassie theme.
Yeah, it wasn't Lassie.
Wasn't Lassie, huh?
No.
I thought it might have been a dog too.
He used to have a fan club.
Howdy. Oh,
They'd always sing M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Oh, Mickey Mouse?
Yep, Mickey Mouse.
well,
What?
I was thinking it might have been a real animal, but
All right, here's your history. And Mike will correct me on this one. Who said, Ich bin ein Berliner?
I think the correct pronunciation is Ich bin ein Berliner.
There you go.
And it was said by JFK.
It was said by JFK.
But he was no jelly donut.
Yeah. Eddie Izzard, right? Is that
All right, here's your arts and literature. What chapter of Gone with the Wind has Rhett Butler leaving Scarlett O'Hara?
Probably the first one. I don't know.
Nope, it wasn't the first. Does anybody know?
I
That'd have been my
didn't
guess.
even know that was a book.
Well, it would have been the first if you'd have held the book upside down, but it was the last.
The last one.
Yeah. Okay, here you go with science and nature. Who was the first man to orbit the Earth?
Oh God. The first man to orbit the Earth, not the first man in space.
Yep, the first man to orbit the Earth. You need phone a friend I would call Traveling Fools because he'll tell you this in a heartbeat.
Alan Shepard.
He was the American, but there was a Russian that did it first.
Yep.
Ooh. I didn't think they did that.
Yep. Does anybody know the first?
It was Yuri Gagarin.
Yuri Gagarin is correct.
Why couldn't I get this card?
Well, I mean, you picked the wrong one. Now, Mike, you're going to hate the last one. Here's your sports and leisure, Gumby.
All right.
What's Joe Namath's nickname?
God.
Broadway Joe.
You need me to turn my camera on and show you the name of?
I swear that was a
It
tease
was
card.
Broadway. You got 3 out of 6,
Not bad, not bad. I'll take it.
and Mike wished he would have had that card.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not all cards are created equal, are they? There, Mike.
You can tell they aren't.
All right, Hillbilly. Which card would you like, man?
Whichever one we haven't done yet, Jeff. Just grab one.
Well, let me pull this one here. We ain't done this card here. We're going to look at Genesis 4, which was built in 1996. Here's people and places. Who was the preserver of mankind in the Hindu Trinity? Hey, Mr. Duggar, how are you?
What are you doing, brother?
We're just sitting here playing a little trivia.
Hillbilly Gumby.
What up?
It'd be 50-50 for me.
All right, Hillbilly, who was the preserver of mankind in the Hindu Trinity?
Vishnu something.
Vishnu is correct.
So Shiva was the destroyer. I thought it was Vishnu.
Now, Mike even wished he had this card because this is still better than the card he had.
Well, I've been 1 for 1 so far. So.
Yeah. All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What Broadway blockbuster had lyrics by poet T.S. Eliot?
Chorus line.
No, it wasn't Chorus Line. Does anybody know?
Yeah.
It was Cats. All right, here's your history
I was going
question.
to say cat.
Gonna say, what did Saudi Arabia ban from private homes in 1994 to keep residents from watching CNN?
Satellite dishes.
Yeah, I think America needs to do that today because we got to get rid of CNN. We got to get rid of all news channels, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't watch them.
They're doing it themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
Doing it themselves. They are more.
all right.
Communist News Network.
I call it the Cartoon News Network because we got to be fucking goofy to watch it. All right, Hillbilly. Science and nature. What season do insects usually sleep through during their diapause?
Winter.
Winter is correct. Sports and leisure. What sport sees contestants spar on a strip called a piste? A P-I-S-T-E.
Is that fencing?
Yep.
That is fencing.
Jeez.
Mike's glad he didn't get this card, man. He would have.
Oh, yeah. So glad.
All right, here's your wild card. What kind of calculator do the Chinese call a swan pan?
Come on.
Is it an abacus?
Yes.
It is an abacus.
Jeez.
Of course,
Hillbilly went 5 out of 6.
Not
on
bad, not
the
bad.
record, I've never had a card like that ever.
Well, Mike just had a pretty easy one. He barely got 1 out of 6 because those suckers were harder than hell.
Those
Mr. Duggan
We need those questions on like the Daily Double Jeopardy.
on the Daily Double Jeopardy for
Well, if you
you.
notice, I've been shitting Jeopardy lately.
I know, right?
I'm telling you what, Mike, I don't know what you did to the Jeopardy gods and the trivia gods, but they're against you right now, man. You're not getting any easy questions.
No.
I don't even think here the last
'Cause
Last
I play
night
that
or
game
today.
all the time.
you haven't even got a 50-50 question, really.
Well, I was on a streak of 50-50s there. I mean, I would
Yeah.
have got that. Like I said, that the Vishnu was a 50-50 because like I said, I knew Shiva was a destroyer. I wasn't sure if it was Ganesha or Vishnu, but I was leaning Vishnu. So I would have got that one. But
But no,
It's
I
the
mean
trivia
last
that
night's
gets
trivia,
us.
man. Those cards, those were just hard. All right, Mr. Duggar, we're up to you. Is there any card in particular you would like?
Let's go with 2, I guess, or 3, or one of them. It don't matter.
We'll give you Genesis too. You usually do pretty good on these. What? Okay, geography. What country consumes the most pepper per capita?
Ooh,
Pepper.
that's actually a good question.
Makes me want to say India
You know, that's what I would have said. It's wrong, but that's what I would have guessed. Pepper.
or Thailand. Either that or Thailand.
Yeah, it's not Thailand either. Does anybody else have a guess, or
I'd have said Japan.
wasn't Japan?
About the
Indonesia.
No. Who did you say, Hillbilly?
the good old states here, the USA.
The good old states. It is the U.S.
I was gonna say that, but not going to be that easy.
Yeah. Okay, here's your entertainment.
I use it every day.
Yeah. What stringed instruments are placed directly in front of the conductor?
Violins.
Not a little bigger.
Cellists?
Oh, cello.
Yeah, it's the cellos.
Or if you're a Googler, a cello.
A cello.
It's a fiddle and a bass where I come from.
All right, here's your history question. Man, this is not history, but what shoes were originally to be called Peds?
Keds.
Keds is correct.
Ked sneakers.
Keds sneakers. Okay, here's your arts and literature. What's the plural of the word opus?
I think I know.
Popes. Popage? Is that what you said?
What is the
Repeat.
plural
Go ahead.
word of opus?
Opus?
O-P-U-S. Opus.
Opus. Oh, opus. Not, oh, I thought you said something with a P on opus.
Oh, no,
Oh.
opus.
We don't get all though. Opus. Opuli.
No.
No.
Does anybody know the plural of opus?
I'd have said OPI. OPI.
OPR.
It's usually the one where the fat woman sings. Does that help?
Oh, opera.
It's
What?
opera. Yep, it's opera.
I just get because I know the plural for a lot of words that end in US is I. So
Right. Yep,
like
it's-
octopus is octopi. You know. like that.
Yeah. No.
Latin.
Opus is an opera.
That's what I meant there. Opus is a single singer.
Yep. All right, Mr.
Correct.
Duggar. Yep. Opus is a single singer.
Damn it.
Science and nature. What device for the handicap did Ronald Reagan start sporting in 1983, sparking a 500% increase in inquiries?
Was this like right after he got shot?
It was after he got shot, but it wasn't because of.
Would that be? I don't know, man. Was it Walker?
Nah, he didn't use a
Cane?
walker.
Yeah,
Didn't use a
cane.
cane.
No, wasn't a cane?
No,
One of those reachable hands, those claws.
no.
Ah,
I've never seen him in a wheelchair, so that's not it.
Can you guys hear me?
Brace?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
hearing
Oh, a
aid.
hearing aid.
Yeah,
A hearing aid. There you go.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a hearing aid.
Oh, kiss my ass.
Or Verizon.
All right, Mr. Duggar, you should know this one. Here's sports and leisure. This one should be easy. What's the WBC? So, what does WBC stand for?
Well, I'm sorry, guys, but while I
Yeah,
was
World
gone, I had to check it because someone in Golden
Conference.
Voodoo was sending me an email, and so while I was over there,
No, it's
I got word that we
World Baseball.
got
You got what, Joey?
while I was in my email, I got word that we got a partnership with Golden Voodoo with Mint Mobile. We have just been
What?
sponsored by Mint Mobile. Yes,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
so,
Nice.
so I
There you
had
go.
Good shit.
been Golden Voodoo. No,
Fiction.
I've been working on that. I've been working on that deal now for about 3 months, and we landed it.
Awesome.
Joey has to buy
That's
us all
nice.
pizza one night.
There you go.
All right, Mr. Duggar. What's the WBC?
I Joey. Yeah, but
What does WBC stand for?
Jeff about said it.
World Baseball Conference.
Close.
Think of Ali. Think of Muhammad Ali.
World Baseball Conference.
Think of
Oh,
Muhammad Ali.
World Boxing Champion Conference.
World Boxing Council.
World.
Oh, I thought it was the World Baseball Classic.
I don't know why I was thinking it was World
WBC.
Boxing Association.
It's the World.
I thought it was
Baseball
World
Conference.
Boxing Association. I didn't know it.
That's
They
the
have-
WBA.
Have a World Baseball Conference.
Yeah.
There's 5
Are there
different.
two conferences?
They got the WBF
Oh, okay.
too, don't they?
Yep. All right, Mr. Duggar. That wasn't bad. You got 2 out of 6 on that card. That wasn't a bad for that card. All right. So in the first round, we had Hillbilly got 5.
That's pretty.
Wow, way to go, Hillbilly.
Yeah,
All right. Here we go for the second round. Gumby, which
Which
card
for
do you
Hillbilly?
like?
All right.
I'm I'm gonna take Genesis 2.
Genesis 2. Here we go. Very first question is geography.
I think Joey's internet company bought my internet company.
you think you
Uh,
got
Let
Joey's
me turn my
internet?
camera off. I'll turn my camera off. That might help.
All right, Gumby, geography. What European country has grapes growing on 1/5 of its agricultural land?
Uh, 1/5 of its agricultural land. I'm gonna say Italy.
That's who I would have said. It wasn't Italy though,
Ah,
because you think of good wine, y'all think of Italy, but
France.
it's
it's
not
a small
Italy.
country.
Yeah.
Really? Actually, I would have said Spain.
Well, you'd
Oh,
have been
no,
wrong
Spain's
there
wrong.
too, Mike. Spain is wrong.
I would have said Greece.
And you would have been wrong. Hillbilly, who would you have said?
France.
Mr. Duggar, who would you have said?
It's covered by grape harvesting. Is that
It's
what
not-
you said?
Yeah, what European country has grapes growing on 1/5 of its agricultural land?
Let's go with Germany.
Hillbilly was right. It was France.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a process of elimination by the time it got
Yes,
That's
to
sir.
what I say, like, yeah, it's not Italy, Greece, and stuff. It's got to be France.
It does come in handy being down on the list a little bit, don't it, Hillbilly?
Y'all all
Weed
sound
out all
like
the-
robots. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, Hey, Mr. Duggar, thanks for swinging by.
Jim,
Come back
algorithms
again.
up.
You know, I find Australian and California wines to be a little more flavorful than most of those Frenchies.
You know, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
they
where
make
it
it a little
comes
bit-
from.
Huh?
I don't
They
know
make me
where it comes
sicker.
from, but I always like Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, jeez.
Wild Rose, baby.
Hey,
Boone's
if you
Farm.
drink Mad Dog with your pinky out, you're still sophisticated.
Right?
You bet one night we was going home, and she said, I'd like to have a bottle of wine. And I said, okay. I said, I'll have a glass with you too. She said, we'll just get 2 bottles. I said, what kind? She said, get Arbor Mist. So I got 2 bottles of Arbor Mist. What was the flavor? It was some, they called it something. Anyway, I got 2 bottles of it. And I never had a drink. She drank both bottles, and she said, I want some more. So I went and bought 2 more damn bottles. She drank them 2 bottles. All of these, all 4 of them in about an hour and a half. She's talking about a sick wife.
Oh, buddy.
She went in there,
I bet.
couldn't get it. Step. We slept on the 2nd floor of our house, and we couldn't get up. She couldn't get up the steps. So I took her in there to put her in bed with her son. He had a queen size bed, so I just put her in bed there, let her sleep it off, and she threw up all over his bed, all over him, all over his floor. I had to wake him up and put him in my bed. I mean, it was horrible. I was like, oh my God. She never done that. She never does that. She just wanted to loosen up that night. She got loose.
She
She didn't
Pretty
know.
loose, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know her limit. Yeah. Poor thing, man.
Yeah.
We've all done that. I hated being that guy the next morning too, right? You wake up and you're like the guy with shit all over his shirt. It's like, yeah, I'm that guy today.
And the bad is our son never said one word to her. He just laughed at her and stuff, and said, "You got to clean my bed up now." That's it.
I'll never forget being about 6 years old and playing outside. My dad coming outside, and he opened the car door to his Chevelle, the passenger's door, and vomit was all down the side of the door. And he goes, "I'm gonna kill the son of a bitch who did that." I said, "Daddy, that was you last night." Yeah, a little too much to drink. Threw up down the side of his Chevelle door. All right, Gumby, are you ready for your entertainment question?
I am.
Who was the first U.S.-born musical director of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra?
Wow.
I
Roger
bet
Rabbit.
you I know this.
That is incorrect, Gumby. Who do you think it is, Joey?
I bet you everybody's heard of Leonard Bernstein.
Leonard Bernstein is correct.
Nice.
Never heard of him.
I've heard of them, but wouldn't have guessed that.
Okay, here's your history question. What tiny, flat seeds did slaves bring to the New World for good luck?
Capers?
It wasn't capers. Does anybody know?
Repeat that again.
Did you say tiny black seeds?
No, what tiny, flat seeds did slaves bring to the New World for good luck?
A flat
Sunflower
seed.
seeds.
You'll find these on top of a Big Mac.
Oh,
Sesame
sesame
seeds.
seeds.
Oh, sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds. All right. Gumby, here's your art and literature. What Dutch artist featured many short, pointed beards in his portraits?
The only one I know
Yeah,
is
when
Van
you-
Gogh.
When you said Africa, slaves brought it. I wanted to say it and I didn't say it because I didn't want to. But you know, watermelon is flat.
Oh, jeez.
I want to just say fried chicken, you racist.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't say it. But then I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna say it.
All right, Gumby, do you know what Dutch artist featured many short, pointed beards in his portraits?
Van Gogh.
What do they call those little pointed beards?
Oh, I don't even know.
You're close with Van Gogh. They are a van, but a different, not a go, but
A Dick Van.
yeah, Dick Van,
thinking
a Van Dyke, a Van Dyke. Anthony Van Dyke was the name.
Hmm.
All right, here's science and nature. What atmospheric phenomenon does a sunny
Oh, wait a minute.
disposition?
Atmospheric. Start over. That's atmospheric.
What did I say? What atmospheric? What atmospheric? Okay, what atmospheric phenomenon does a sunny disposition nebula phobiac fear?
A rainbow.
Nope, not a rainbow.
Hmm.
A nebula
Leave that one more-
phobia. What is a nebula?
Stars.
Well, there's a cloud that's called a nebula. They
Rain
are,
clouds.
they are scared of clouds, Gumby. Yep.
Hmm.
All right, here's sports and leisure.
Hmm.
What year were pistols first used in Olympic shooting events?
Well, she can go every 4 years.
Hmm. Probably 1912.
Nope. Does anybody know?
Hmm.
36.
Was it sooner than that? Was it sooner than
It
that?
was after that.
After that?
After that.
Yep.
Wow. The pistol's been around for a while. I would have said 1800 and something.
I was thinking that too.
This hasn't been that long. This card was 87,
Oof.
and the answer was 84.
Boo.
Gumby, you got 2 on that card.
84, that was Los Angeles, wasn't
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when the pistols come out in Los Angeles.
We've been out for a while there.
They were out long
Wait.
before that.
We want to call that a coincidence? I don't know. All
Or a
right,
conspiracy.
Joey. Or a conspiracy. Joey, which card would you like?
Well, I went with the other one, so let's go with Genesis 2.
Genesis 2. Here we go. This card here looks good. Geography. What direction do Bordeaux's beaches face? So you got a 1 in 4 chance.
it? Mardos.
Bordeaux's beaches face. What direction?
Well, gotta think of Bordeaux here. Yeah, I'm going to say, east.
It's the other direction.
It's west. Okay.
It is the west.
For sunset
So it
purposes.
faces. It faces east, the beaches face west. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Is that a Bardot, like a Bridget Bardot? Like I just wondered how it was.
That would be Barbados.
Yeah. Okay, Joey. Entertainment. What was J. Edgar Hoover's favorite TV show?
Oh, I know that. Oh man. Shit, I'm down to two, and I don't remember which one it was.
You're overthinking it.
Shit.
I've never seen that show before.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think. I really don't. I was thinking of two, and then when you said that, I said, "No, it ain't none of them." Then. Yeah, I don't know.
Does anybody know?
I'd guess the Twilight Zone or something on that weirdo.
As a smart ass answer, I wanted to say RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? It was probably some kind of show about mobsters or something, and I was trying to think of a mobster show back then.
Well,
I
there
said
was a
Dragnet.
show. There was well, that would have been a good one, Gumby. But there was even a better one if you remember back. There was a TV show called The FBI.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the FBI. All right, here's a yes or no question, Joey. You got a 50-50. Does Queen Elizabeth II pay income tax?
No, because she's dead. Well, you know, I don't think she does because she gets funded by the taxes. So no, I'm gonna say no.
No, she don't get charged taxes. That is correct.
Treasury, right? Don't they still call it like His Majesty's now? I guess now Treasury.
Yep.
So
All right. Joey, art and literature. What 4 centuries made up the Renaissance period?
Began in the 14th, the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, I guess.
14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th is correct.
Nice one.
All right, here's your science and nature. What 1938 Macy Harris invention came to be known as the miracle of the harvest?
Ah, this is one of those that's like, this is a Mike Fort part. Shit, like,
ask that
read
again.
that again.
What 1938 Macy Harris invention came to be known as the miracle of the harvest?
The miracle of the harvest. Huh. The miracle of the harvest. Well, I'm just going to have to try to make an educated guess on this, I think. What the hell's the name of that damn machine? Oh my God. I can't think of shit tonight. What the hell's the name of that machine, Yvette, they use in the harvest field? What's that damn machine they use in the harvest field that eats like the wheat? What the hell's it called?
Yeah, I told you he gets all his answers from the vet. I told you.
A reaper? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's a reaper. Is it a reaper?
No,
Is it a combine?
It's the self-propelled combine.
Yeah, right. The one you don't
Good
need
job.
a for. Right. Yeah.
Good job. I tell you what, this is a Mike Fort card tonight. That's one of them like he gets. Can't give her answer and yep.
All right, here you go, Joey. Here's an easy one. Sports and leisure. What color flag is raised at a firing range to announce that shooting is in progress?
You know, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't go to the shooting ranges ever, but I used to go when I was a kid to shooting ranges with my dad. And not that I'm against guns, I just don't go to shooting ranges. I mean, I got 57 acres in the country. I can shoot anywhere. So I'm going to say
Hands out in the backyard.
I'm going to say it's the green. I'm going to say it's the green flag since green's usually the go flag. So
It is not green.
Is it red?
It is red because they want you to stop.
green is the ceasefire. No,
Green
green
is
is green is
Fire.
ceasefire.
Yep.
Green is fire.
Well,
Well, that's
good
what you
news.
asked, wasn't it?
Good
Wait,
news.
when they want to
Joey.
fire, clear the fire is what you said, didn't you? When you're
Red
ready to
is
fire,
when they
what?
fire. Green is when that's done. Green
Oh,
means
okay.
it's ready to go.
Fire. The green is ceasefire. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Joey. Good
That makes
news. You did
I
as
got
good
like
as
one.
Mike. You got 1 out of 6.
Jeez.
All right, Mike.
You people. Joey's Googling. There you go. Joey got 1 out of 6. God,
I tell you, so,
Lord.
I'm terrible. So hey Joey, pick one. I'm gonna have you pick it for me.
I might have you pick mine tonight. Let's see how we do. All right, give him Genesis 3.
Genesis 3. Here we go. This card right here has your name on it. I know this is going to be a good one. People and places. Who was the first pop star whose likeness was depicted on liquor decanter statuettes?
Repeat that again.
Who was the first pop star whose likeness was depicted on liquor decanter statuettes?
I had one of these scanners if it's him. But
I'll go Elvis.
It was
that's
Elvis.
who I had.
Wow.
Yep.
I think Joey might have to start picking my. Well, we'll see how it turns out.
All right. Who was the first computer generated TV talk show host in 1986?
Computer generated?
Oh,
Computer generated TV talk show host in 1986.
Computer generated TV talk show host.
I bet I know that
You
one too.
kick yourself in the ass,
I
Mike.
should have had this. I should have had this card.
Computer generated TV talk show host.
Yep.
You know, I could be wrong about who I'm thinking too. I think I might.
I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure I know who this is.
I don't know, maybe Phil Donahue's a computer generated. I'll go him.
No,
Was it Max Headroom?
Yeah,
that's who
something.
it was. Max
What is it?
Max Headroom.
Oh, I remember that name. I
Yep.
didn't know he had a talk show.
Yep. He did a talk show. All right. Here's history question, Mike. What amusement park was Richard Nixon in when he announced, "I am not a crook"?
I assume it's got to be one of the two Disneys.
There you go. It was Disney.
Oh, I thought you were going to make me choose between Disneyland or Disney World.
No.
I would have figured Disneyland because he was from California, but
And actually, you would have been wrong because it wasn't Disney World, but it just asked for Disney.
oh, okay.
So, good thing it wasn't a 50-50 here. You would
Yeah,
have
no
got-
shit. Well, I figure
was
Disneyland's in California. He was the governor of California, so
but it was
Right.
their contemporary resort. It was their contemporary resort.
Yep.
I got it right. So
Okay, science and nature. What did oat bran not significantly reduce according to the New England Journal of Medicine in 1990?
wait, what did? Say it again.
What did oat bran not significantly reduce according to the New England Journal of Medicine in 1990?
Hemorrhoid.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol is correct.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So you're 3 out of 4 so far. Here's sports and leisure. Who hit 3 home runs in the final game of the 1977 World Series?
Oh, well, that's got to be Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
You know what? You don't know baseball, but you got that one right, Mike. It was Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
I mean, that's what he was famous for.
Yeah, that's why they called
Yeah.
him Mr. October. All right, here is your wild card. What country is home for half of the surviving instruments made by Antonio Stradivari?
Italy.
It is not Italy.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Does anybody know?
It was a, well,
Argentina.
he was from Italy.
It was not Argentina, Gumby.
Damn.
don't tell me it's the United States.
I won't tell you it's the United States, even though it is the United States.
It's always the United States as kind of a throw off.
You
No,
got
though,
about 4 out of
You can say Joey got me 4, so
If it's something expensive, we've got it.
4 out of 6. That is awesome. Here, this is for you.
All right, Hillbilly. Which card would you like?
I'd turn around there and pick us a good one, Jeff.
All right, you got 5 out of 6. So let's do this one. This one is Genesis 4, 1996. So what 4,588 mile dune laden expanse did Choi Jong Yul say he walked across because it was there?
Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert is correct.
Good job.
Art and entertainment. What town did Howdy Doody live in?
Oh, the trunk. I know Trunkville, USA. I have no idea. Man.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know? Does anybody know?
Like Hootyville or something?
that's what I would have
Dutyville.
said.
There you go, Hillbilly. It was Dutyville.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
That's why I said don't overthink it. Howdy Doody lived in Dutyville. All right, here's your history question. Who did Henry VII have beheaded for witchcraft and adultery along with her wolfhound?
Who did Henry the Seventh?
Henry VIII
Who did Henry the Eighth?
have beheaded for witchcraft and adultery along with her wolfhound.
Don't think about it. It's one of his. Well, I'm not for that.
Yeah, I was going to say his wife.
Yeah, but you got to know
Yeah,
which
but-
one.
Right. Is
She's
it
one of the most famous.
Lynn? Is it that one? The
Who'd you say?
Ambo Lynn or something?
Yep.
Yep, and
That's it.
Boleyn.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
good.
Hillbilly. You're 3 for 3. Here's your science and nature. What creature's name was derived from French words meaning spiny pig?
Oh, come on.
Read your question one more time.
What creature's name was derived from French words meaning spiny pig?
Which
So if you seen an animal that looked like a spiny pig, what animal would that be?
spiny pig?
Don't ever think that.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Don't think it's big. Think of the first word.
Spiny. Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Come on, you know. Think about this just a second.
Okay. Using French words for a spiny
How
pig.
about if we say? How about if we say quill?
No, ain't no way it's a porcupine.
It is a porcupine. They
Like I
look
said,
like
there's
a
a very good
spiny-
reason why it's.
Oh, okay. If you don't give me that one, I'll understand. I was thinking porcupine, but I was like, come on, man.
Yep, they look like a spiny little pig.
Like it passed my mind, but I didn't think it's anyway.
Okay. What boxer answers to the nickname Sweet Pea?
Sweet.
Boxer? Sweet pea, right?
Sweet Pea.
Which boxer answers to the name Sweet Pea?
These cards were made in 1996.
Trying to think. Sweet Pea. Oh, 96. Who are we looking at back then? Like George Foreman was going around. Like he came out of retirement. Buster Douglas. Yeah, I wouldn't know him.
Now that's I got a guess. I don't know if it's right, but I think they called it sweet pea.
Go ahead,
Right.
Joe.
He wasn't a heavyweight.
Yeah,
Was
the
it-
one I'm thinking of is a middleweight.
Was it Pernell Whitaker?
Who'd you think it was, Mike?
I thought it was Leonard
Joey was
That's
right.
Sugar.
Al Winnaker.
Whitaker. Nice one.
All right. Wild card, Hillbilly.
Sweet.
What animals use 95% of mane and tail shampoo because for coarse horse hair?
What? Say that again?
What animals use 95% of mane and tail shampoo designed for coarse horse hair?
What
So it was-
animals use
It was designed for coarse horse hair,
Yeah,
but what animals use 95% of mane and tail shampoo?
I know mane and tail. I'd use it on my horse. The only other thing I've seen people use mane and tail on is I've seen some women use it a few times.
Yeah, I know it won't strip their hair. It won't strip the collar out of their hair or something. But I think they use it on dogs too.
Yeah, that's what I'll go with. I'll go with dogs because that's one of the most common animals, on a farm.
I'd have went with the women, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He was
human.
right because he said women. He was right because he said
Yeah,
women.
no, come on. People ain't animals, though. That's
It- it's-
Yeah, they are.
It's far, yeah.
Sure not. Yeah.
5 out of 6. That's a good job. That's
All right.
twice in a row. 5 out of 6.
No, he
Yeah,
got
you-
4 out of 6. He got 4 out of 6.
He's killing it tonight, though.
All right, Gumby.
Yeah, he is.
Bringing up the caboose, though. Usually, so yay me.
The Marines. We got to show up.
Right, strong back, weak minds. That's what they make us for.
That's right. Gumby, which card would you like?
I'll take a Genesis 3.
Genesis 3. Here we go. People and places. What Sears' last correct prediction was, tomorrow at sunrise, I shall not be here. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
One more time.
What Sears' last correct prediction was, tomorrow at sunrise, I shall not be here. Just think of the most popular Sear you can think of.
I got no idea.
Wow.
You don't know a popular Sear?
A seer.
A Sear.
Yeah.
SEER.
A prophet.
A prophet.
Predict.
Fortune teller, future predictor.
We
Oh,
don't-
Nostradamus.
There you go.
Nostradamus, there you go.
I was
Yeah.
going to say Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
Don't tell me you bought into that bullshit.
Yes.
Hillbilly, if you would have said that, I'd have give you a half a point. All right, Gumby, here's your arts and entertainment. What Marlon Brando movie was re-released in 1993 with scenes that had been cut in 1951 for being too risque?
I don't know any movies from
Yeah, you did.
that time.
Think about it. Because it was pretty big in '93 too. You know.
Holy cow. I'm watching soccer, and these two girls just floored this other girl and didn't even got called a penalty. In New York
They got
City, they
NFL refs.
call that mugging.
He got NFL reps.
They do. I mean, they one grab her
got
high,
Pac-12
one
reps.
grab her low.
You know,
They got Pac-12 reps.
Yeah.
football destroyed the growth of soccer in this country. I mean,
Oh yeah.
soccer
Yeah, it
would have
did.
come on here if it weren't for the creation.
I
of
never
football.
was really a soccer fan. I'm not a soccer fan today, but I have found myself hanging out with Jeff and all these other people to start watching soccer a little bit and trying to
Yeah.
learn. I still don't know nothing about it though.
Just to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Just to learn, you know.
But I know Marlon Brando and I know his movies. Come on, Gumby.
Well, I'm watching this because my friends down here, they all like this team, so I'm watching to try to get, you know. All right, Gumby, what Marlon Brando? Do you know any Marlon Brando movies?
Rebel with what?
Rebel Without a Cause?
That's Steve McQueen, though.
No,
Yeah.
No, no.
Other than that, I got no clue.
What was the one? I thought that was Marlon Brando riding the old bike, right, in that movie. With the, wasn't that Brando on the motorcycle?
No.
Oh, no.
Tell them what it is, Joey.
A streetcar named Desire.
I would have got it right then. That was my
Streetcar
guess.
Named Desire.
I've heard
All
of
right.
it, but no, never seen it.
Here's your history question, Gumby.
Here we go.
What Italian dictator faced a 1945 firing squad with his Miss Floretta Patasti?
Come on.
Mussolini.
Mussolini is correct. Here's your science and nature. What's the second most popular method of suicide in the U.S.?
Probably hanging.
It is not hanging.
Huh.
I bet it's like carbon monoxide poisoning.
It's poison.
Poisoning.
But this is 19. You got to think though. This is 1994. So double shots to the back of the head are on the rise.
Yeah.
All right, sports and leisure. Gumby, what was the largest chain of franchise pizza shops until Pizza Hut took the lead?
I'll say Domino's.
Now, Domino's came after Pizza Hut.
Uh,
Does anybody know the largest chain of pizza before Pizza Hut?
I was thinking because there was a maybe Chino's.
No, it's not Gino's. It was
Godfather's
No,
Pizza.
no Godfather's
Pizza.
was awesome, but it wasn't Godfather's. It was Shakey's.
Shakey's.
Mm.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
Wow,
Shakey's used to
I
be
don't
really
know.
good.
I've never seen a steak. No.
Pizza Hut used to have a good buffet too, man. They had pasta and a good salad bar.
You don't have a.
Is Shaky Street still around?
There is one, believe it or not, JW would tell you it's in Ames, Iowa. There still is one.
Huh.
All right. Here's your wild card, Gumby.
Right on.
What Timothy Leary motto was emblazoned on the most buttons in 1966?
Will you say that again?
What Timothy Leary motto was emblazoned on the most buttons in 1966?
Got
Don't trust anyone over 30.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Does anybody know his motto?
Wasn't it that
Turn on,
tune
tune
in,
out.
turn on, and drop out?
Turn on,
Yeah.
tune in, drop out. That is correct.
Ah,
I can't believe I knew that.
All right. Gumby, you got two that time. All right, Joseph, which card would you like?
I don't know, Mike. Tell him which card I want.
He wants All American.
All American.
Kiss
Boy,
my
he
ass,
don't even
Mike.
know you, does he?
That's why I'm doing it.
Mike, he's going to give you Genesis 2 next time just for this. Watch it.
Well, watch. He probably gets 5 out of 6 here.
Okay. People. Who was the only member of Congress to vote against the declaration of war with Japan on December 8, 1941?
That was oh God, was that Rankin? That was her name. Not Rankin.
It was
I don't know
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
No, it was Rankin.
It was me. I'm the guy.
I was going to say Pelosi.
Pelosi. I almost said Pelosi too. I was thinking,
Feinstein, man. Jeez, that old lady needs to hang out. I think she finally retired, though, didn't she?
Yeah. All right, here's your entertainment. Who was the so-called Italian Marx brother?
that was Chico, wasn't it?
That would be Chico. What war saw the word fragging first used to describe the deliberate wounding of officers by their own troops?
Wait a minute. My internet broke up. Say it again. I'm sorry.
What war saw the word fragging first used to describe the deliberate wounding of officers by their own troops?
The thing about it is, I remember that word in the movie The War of the Worlds. I thought.
Now, Joey, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but that was a movie, and that wasn't an actual.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That wasn't my answer. I was just saying I remember that.
I know.
I'm
I just had to give you crack.
I'm going to guess that and just say Vietnam.
Vietnam is correct.
Ooh.
Here's your places. What southern city boasted a red light district called Storyville?
Probably New Orleans.
That was probably New Orleans.
Man.
Sports and leisure. What colorful golfer wore red socks while winning the 1968 U.S. Open?
Oh my gosh, that has to be Lee Trevino.
That has to be Lee Trevino. And your last one, wild card. What book were Holiday Inn maids once instructed to open in every room to a different page daily?
Oh, come
Probably the Holy Bible.
That would be the Holy Bible. 6 out of 6, Joseph.
on. Yeah.
Hot damn.
You
Thanks,
said something
Mike.
about kiss my ass, huh? Right?
Yeah, I mean, he
That
wasn't all gung-ho for that, Mike.
The greatest, Mike.
Huh? Mike got to kiss my ass, and he went 6 for 6. It's like you knew something,
Yeah.
isn't it, Mike?
That's a good
All
job.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Joey, which one does Mike want? He
it's
hooked
back to
you
me
up.
again?
You owe him. Ain't that right, Mike? You
Decade.
hooked him up. He owes you, don't he, Mike?
I didn't know it was back to me already.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
back. Well, there's only 4 of you tonight, so it goes quick.
I thought I used up all my luck.
Give him the decades.
Give him the decades. Are you ready,
Oh,
Mike?
Decades.
shit. Okay.
Here we go. First question. What Daft Punk song did Pharrell Williams and Nile Rodgers... Oh, what Daft song with Pharrell Williams and Nile Rodgers did Stephen Colbert call the Song of the Summer of the Century in 2013?
If I know this, I know you would. Because I don't listen to this music. I know this.
See, I wish you said Daft Punk because I actually know Daft Punk, but they weren't doing.
Well, this was a Daft Punk song.
We were
What
up all
Daft
night.
Punk song with Pharrell Williams and Nile Rodgers did Stephen Colbert call the Song of the Summer of the Century in 2013?
And you see, I always think of it as Pharrell Williams. That's who I think of it on. I don't even think of that punk.
Well, I mean, Daft Punk had a lot of good songs. I'll say "Around the World."
Try a different one.
Too early.
One more time.
Too early.
Try another one.
Oh, was it bigger? Strong?
Another one.
Too early.
Oh, I'm out of them.
Is it up all night? Something like that?
Get lucky.
No.
No,
Get lucky.
get lucky.
Get lucky.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Up all night to get lucky.
Yeah, you'll
Up
believe.
all
You'll believe.
night
Got
to
it.
get lucky. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hillbill. I never heard of the song. So,
Heard of that?
hell no.
I like Daft Punk. You know, they're
Yeah, I like Daft Punk too. I was running out of songs. I forgot they did Get Lucky.
All right. What Staten Island comedian became the first Saturday Night Live cast member born in the 90s when he joined the show in 2014?
You gotta be talking about Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson is correct.
Pete Kardashian.
What Game of Thrones actress who suffered 2 brain aneurysms while on the show founded a charity for brain injury recovery?
Never seen the show. Couldn't tell you anybody that's on it.
Anybody know her?
She played
No.
Sarah Connor in that one Terminator movie.
Amelia Clark?
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark. Yeah, was the one that had a brain aneurysm. I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right.
I thought Amelia had a impress somewhere.
I thought it was the big chick who played Brianna Tarth. She was Captain Phasma in that Star Wars movie.
All right, Mike. Miquel Sosa, the Brazilian-American model and influencer, better known as Little Miquela, is a real person. True or false?
False.
False is correct.
Hey, how about that?
What popular simulation game, first released on PC, begins with the player inheriting their grandfather's farm plot in an eponymous valley?
I got nothing. I don't even understand the question, to be honest.
I don't either. What popular simulation game, first released on PC, begins with the player inheriting their grandfather's farm plot in an eponymous valley?
Civilization.
It was called Stardew Valley.
Goat Simulator.
All right. An image of a villainous Deathclaw from what game became a meme known as Apyr, A-P-Y-R, actually pronounced Droog, D-R-O-O-G, a Russian for friend?
What? Pass.
What the hell did you?
Read
Thanks.
that.
Nice card, Joey.
Yeah,
I don't even understand these questions, let alone answers.
I didn't understand that one at all.
The answer was Fallout.
Okay, I'll
That's-
take your word for it.
Yeah, I mean, good
In other
news.
words, Jeff don't even want.
You got 2 right.
How?
I don't know, but you did get
I
2.
thought you would notice that one. Really, that's why I chose it, because I figured you'd know them.
All right, Hillbilly, which one would you like?
You know what? Let's go Genesis 2, just so Mike isn't struggling along.
All right. Now, if you get 6 out of 6, he's going to be mad at you, so just keep that in mind.
I'll miss one if I have to.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you won't miss the first one. Geography. What Middle Eastern capital is Giza a suburb of?
Come on.
Giza. Oh, geez. Cairo?
Yep.
Cairo is correct.
Jeez.
Entertainment. What Silent Screen Cowboy Stars theme song was When It's Roundup Time in Texas?
Say that again? What?
What Silent Screen Cowboy Stars theme song was When It's Roundup Time in Texas?
Oh, those old
Back to
silent.
1930.
Yeah, geez. Wow.
Going back to the 1930s there.
That's what
Yep.
I'm thinking, man. I'm trying to. Remember,
That's like, sure I'm thinking, man.
back to Roy Rogers, man. I'm trying to think back before that.
Yeah, you got to go back before Roy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think.
But you're right. If you think of Roy, you think of this guy too.
I can't. I ain't got. Go ahead, Joey. Tell us who it is, buddy.
I think it's Gene Autry.
That's what I would
Nope.
have guessed.
It's not
Nope.
Gene Autry. Tom
That'd be-
Mix.
All right. Guess I was right.
Okay,
Now we know.
here's a good one, Hillbilly. Here's history. How many children did Bobby Kennedy father?
Oh, Bobby. None? Did he have any kids?
Oh, no, he had kids.
No, I wouldn't know then.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
I know. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Didn't he have a? Wait. No. That's JF.
So he was Irish Catholic, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably would have had to have a bunch of kids. But... No. Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't know, man.
Does anybody know?
he? Was it 6?
6.
I thought it was 10. I think it's 10.
He had a football team. There was 11 of them.
Wow.
Shit.
Now,
Holy shit.
yeah, just from now on, when you think of Bobby Kennedy, just think of football. He had 11.
You know, he was the. You know them Kennedys, man. I know they had a lot of mob ties and stuff, but I believe old Jack was probably the last great president we probably had. To be honest.
Last great Democrat,
I
for
like
sure.
Reagan. I like Reagan. Kennedy was a great president, but I like Reagan also. Reagan didn't take crap.
I think Kennedy, you know, like where he, I think Kennedy was the only one trying to save the country from the things that are the problems that we have now. You know,
Oh, yeah.
His wife Ethel was pregnant when he was assassinated, wasn't she? I think she was pregnant when they were assassinated.
I wouldn't know, man.
Tony's back.
Sorry, we had some internet adventures.
Had some internet adventures.
I've
Thank
been
you,
having them
Comcast.
tonight too. I've been having them tonight too. So
All right, here we go. Hillbilly. Is the mythological Boreas a north, south, east, or west wind?
Let's say north.
Good going. It is north. All right, science and nature. What childhood ailment did Dr. John Enders develop the first successful vaccine for in 1962?
Chicken pox.
Nope, but it's one of those that are in the chicken box.
Like measles, mumps, or something like that.
Yep,
yeah, there you go.
it's the measles.
I thought that was earlier.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's all the same shot now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or
Yep. Measles,
Yep.
mumps, and rubella, I think it is.
Rubella,
MMR.
MMR. Okay, here you go, Hillbilly. What monopoly property called Parkstrasse in the German edition?
Say that again.
What monopolies properties called Parkstrasse in the German edition?
I'm gonna say Park Place. Just
That's what I would say.
because English is actually, a branch of German. So.
You got 4 out of 6, Hillbilly.
All right, yay!
All right, Tony's back. We'll let Tony do a card. Once Tony gets unmuted.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
There he is.
Which card would you like, Tony?
Let's try America again. Why not?
All right, he's back to being American.
America.
All right. People, what lover did Katharine Hepburn mean when saying, he didn't have to work much because I really made it work?
Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy is correct.
He didn't have to work much because, you know.
Here's a good entertainment.
Uh-oh.
What was Sky King's plane's name? Do you remember the show Sky King?
I do not. I've never even heard of it.
Oh. Has anybody heard Sky King?
Oh,
I have. I'm trying to think. Oops, from Echo. I'm sorry. I have. Let me think of it. Shit. Oh man. Damn. Yeah, it's coming to me. Come on, really.
What do you think about that?
It's Songbird.
It is Songbird.
Nice.
I think the best aviation show was Airwolf.
I like
show.
that wolf.
Would you guys? Would you rather have Knight Rider or Airwolf?
Knight
Airwolf.
Rider.
Airwolf.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
A talking car? Hell no.
You
Ty
know,
guy.
you know the show
You
that
and
come
I-
on.
You and I have spent unpleasant times overseas. Both said Airwolf immediately at the same time.
Come on, man!
Yep.
I'd give up. I'd trade my Castle Grayskull for an Airwolf.
Ha!
Hillbilly, do you know what come on my cable yesterday? And it's now on there, and it'll be here for at least the next 6 months.
What's that?
I got 2 shows. The first one was Combat. Remember that show?
I'm not sure if I remember Combat. Man.
Combat was in the 60s. It's about World War II. And then also Rat Patrol. I don't know if you remember that old war show.
I remember Rat Patrol. I think.
Yep, I got both of them. All right, Tony, here's your history question. What U.S. president's inaugural address included the line, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself"?
That was Roosevelt.
That was Roosevelt. Here is your places. What South Dakota National Memorial is dubbed the Shrine of Democracy?
You gotta be kidding me.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore is correct.
For a minute, I was
Can you show me
thinking
another
I was going to be like, is
Can you
that the
show me
Corn
another-
Palace? But no.
Yeah,
Have you
the
got
Corn
another
Palace.
in South Dakota?
The Corn Palace.
Well, there's the
Alright.
Black Hills in South Dakota, but it wasn't that, obviously.
Sturgis in August, you know.
Yeah, I don't think motorcycle rallies count for that.
That's not a memorial, though.
All right, Tony, here's sports and leisure. Don't overthink this one. What's the longest running primetime sports program in TV history?
Monday Night Football, isn't it?
Monday Night Football it is.
Yeah.
All right, here's your wild card. What type of phone numbers, according to National Business, go together with teenagers like matches and gasoline?
Wait, what is the question?
And remember, this was made in 93. What type of phone numbers, according to Nation's Business, go together with teenagers like matches and gasoline?
900?
900 is correct. You got 5 out of 6, Tony.
Oh, I'll
Nice.
take it.
Nice.
Skills.
Do they still do those 900 numbers? Is that still a thing?
I haven't heard one in a while.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Hillbilly. You know in all the TV shows you ever watch, right? When anybody wants to call somebody, they all dial 555, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where that area code is?
Is it an actual code? Is it? I thought it was just a TV thing. Like, that's why they used it. It wasn't a real.
No, it's an actual area code.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I didn't know.
Does anybody know?
Isn't like somewhere Kentucky or something?
All right. Well, I'm glad I do my show and you guys pay attention to me because I've said this numerous times. It's Mexico City, people.
I was gonna say
Oh.
that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, 555 is down here.
No, that makes sense.
But
Well,
you
actually,
gotta,
the 555 is technically a prefix, not an area code, in all those TV shows.
is it a prefix? I thought it was an area code 555 and then blah 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 blah.
Well, sometimes.
But yeah, no, 555. That's actually Mexico City.
Yeah.
All right.
We're all calling Jet.
Yeah, you're all
They
calling
call
me,
it
damn it. And there is no pressing one for English.
Budget número uno por inglés.
All right,
Prepare
Gumby,
dos.
Gumby, which card would you like?
I'm gonna take a Genesis 4.
Genesis 4. Here we go. What's the southernmost state capital among the 48 continuous states? It's not called the 48 continental states. I don't know.
It's contiguous.
Contiguous.
It's like the 48 states are all connected. They call that
Lower
contiguous.
48. Lower 48.
I'll say Tallahassee.
It is not Tallahassee.
Shoot.
Does anybody know?
I would say it.
I would say Baton Rouge.
It is not Baton Rouge.
Not Austin.
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say Texas, maybe.
It is Austin.
Oh, Austin?
Ah,
It's like, Austin's not that far south.
it's not that far south, but Texas is.
Yeah.
It's pretty south.
All right. Gumby, here is your arts and entertainment.
Right.
What cable network drew twice its usual audience for a show called The Wonderful World of Dung?
Oh, what?
What cable network drew twice its usual audience for a show called The Wonderful World of Dung?
As an excrement?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What would you find that channel on?
Pornhub.
Probably. Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel is correct. Good job, Gumby.
That'd have been my guess.
Okay. What was the first country to recognize Mexico's independence in 1836?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's probably the United States.
It is the United States.
It's always the United States.
It is.
And then U.S. would take half of it.
We ought to just make them a state at this point. You know?
They kind of are.
Right?
I thought it was Spain, but okay.
Wow.
Just let them pay
I
taxes.
think the cards were. But I think it was Spain.
I kind of told some people down here in the government that we would sell them California for 3 tacos and a horchata, but you know, it's
Good deal.
I guarantee you half of the country and half of the U.S. would gladly trade California back to Mexico for 2 tacos and a horchata. But you know,
There are days it would gladly go.
and you know what, Tony?
Wow.
On the other
I'm just
side,
kidding.
the other side would give Texas back for the same deal, you know?
Yeah.
I want to say, Jeff, you just have
Hey guys,
we got to
can't
bring
we just all agree though that it's Mississippi that we need to give away?
Yeah. Yeah, we all give away.
Can't we just all agree it's Mississippi?
Well, I tell you
Well,
what, you go down Mississippi, like when I was director of the Red Cross and Katrina hit. I went down to Mississippi. I spent 15 weeks down there, and I mean, half the people I would talk to, I couldn't understand the word they were saying. You know, they talk just mumbled. What the hell did you say? You can't understand.
Man, there's some
Jody,
pretty
you'll laugh at this. I had a Macedonian friend once when I was there. It was explained to me. He said, we were like Yugoslavia's Arkansas. I said, okay. And he goes, and then he says, but we weren't the West Virginia. That's Kosovo.
Wow.
You know, I was part of
I laughed.
I was part of Operation Allied Force that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been to Bonsteel many times.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I dropped. My CO man, he was going to sponsor me for MECEPS to become a pilot when we got back.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, that's when they found my kneecaps were broken and I was unfit for service. So,
Oh no.
All right, Gumby, are you ready for your science and nature?
Let's get it.
What chemical compound comes from the Greek word for primary?
Compound. Are you looking for the names of two specific chemicals?
Nope, it's just one. What chemical compound comes from the Greek word for primary?
Primary. Mm.
You know, that question's confusing me because it could have a lot of answers, really.
you know, it could be. Yeah, it's like it could be so many. It's like you want to say something. It sounds like it's something simple. How simple?
Oh, it's something simple, but I wouldn't have thought this.
Well,
Greek word for primary.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Does
Pass.
anybody know?
Water.
well, bio
Peroxide?
primary means chemistry,
No.
and primary means chemistry. But
Bleach.
yeah, when you talk about chemistry, you're talking about like organic. So I mean, it could be organic, or it could be primary, it could be chemistry. I mean, or it could be life. I don't know.
What you got there, Jeff?
Maybe I'm.
The answer is protein.
Protein.
Shoot.
Oh,
Yeah,
That.
I wasn't getting protein. All right, here you go. Bill. Now they must have stopped doing this in 1912, but sports and leisure. What type of tests were National League umpires ordered to undergo in 1911?
An eye exam.
Yeah, they quit
Yep.
taking them in 1912 because they went back to being blind.
What are you, blind?
Now, here's a question Joey and Hillbilly might remember. Do you guys remember the old movie Kill the Umpire?
No, I don't think I remember that.
It was an old baseball movie, and this guy always kill the umpire, kill the umpire. So they made him go to umpire school and become a baseball umpire. It was actually a good. I remember watching it. I actually watched it one time. I had surgery, so I was in the hospital, and it was the only thing I could find on TV at like 2:00 in the morning when I was up. And it's an actual pretty good movie. If you've never seen it, it's pretty funny.
A
All
couple
right.
of things in life I could say. One of them's an umpire and the other one's a referee. I would never do it because you could never be right, no matter what you call. Somebody can be mad.
Yeah, I umped and ref little kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a thankless job because half of them always think you're wrong. I mean, no matter if you're right or wrong, half of them don't believe you. And it's a thankless.
I heard the MLB says they got computers and stuff like that that are more accurate now that they're thinking about going to.
You know what though? But the problem is, I mean, think about this. How fun would baseball be if you used a computer that gave you balls and strikes? I mean,
What does in tennis now? They got that one like they'll refer to the screen.
Anybody that sat through a game with Joe West would think it's a great idea.
And if they did that with the Pac-12 games, then the games would be cut down by at least 20 minutes with all the bad calls not being called, right?
Exactly. We even have a verb for it in the West Coast. It's called mother shedding.
Tony, did you hear what I heard about the Pac-12 and the Big 12?
What's that?
I heard the Pac-12 did say that they would give up Arizona and Arizona State to the Big 12 only if they took the refs with them.
Exactly. Well, the funny thing is, those teams are both bad too. So, and nobody watches them. It's actually, when you do the math on it, it's kind of funny.
All right, Gumby, here's your last question. Are you ready?
All right, let's go.
All right, don't overthink this one. We've talked about this. What Gulf Coast state calls its version of the abominable snowman the skunk ape?
What state?
What state has the skunk ape? Ben and Sam are going there next month.
I was gonna say, isn't it Florida?
Yep.
It is Florida.
Yep.
They're headed to Fort Myers to sit down there with Twisted Rooster and Twisted Chicken. They're going to do a big show on that.
I love the
everybody watches.
thing, man.
I hope everybody watches it because I'm going to produce it and promote it. So we're going to get a lot of viewers, right, guys?
I'll watch it. Well, I'm going to bed. It's getting late for me.
All right, Mike, thanks for coming, buddy.
Yep.
We're going to do Jeopardy.
I actually need to too. This was fun, guys. Sorry we had the internet issues.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you. Talk tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Okay, yeah, let me know for Jeopardy, okay?
Yeah, we'll do Jeopardy tomorrow. I'll send you the link about 8:30.
Okay.
Mike, I meant to tell you the last couple of times. I don't know what you did to your mic. You sound great now. You sounded like you was in a box.
Yeah, he
before.
fixed his mic there a few days ago.
Okay,
Who
good.
did?
So, okay, then I'll be ready for Jeopardy with a good mic.
All right, and
Okay.
we'll make sure you don't get all the hard questions.
Yeah, let's hope. Okay, see y'all later.
All right, man.
Later.
Well, I tell you what, this one girl on this team, she's been playing soccer way too long. She kind of looks like a Shih Tzu. The ball's hit her in the face so many times, she's got a flat face. Wow.
I tell you what, though, man, that's a healthy game for, my little
You're
girl
not racial.
started the track, part of the track team and stuff. She's talking about how her
Yeah,
legs.
you're not racial profiling by saying that, are you?
Yeah, but she, man, she's talking about her legs hurting her and her lungs hurting, from all the training and running. And I said, you have no idea how beneficial this is going to be for you. Just for the rest of your life, like I can tell just the way the Marine Corps kept me in shape is still part of the reason I think that I'm, able to get around and do things so well. Dude, I was a tank when I come out of boot camp. Well, just being in the Corps, dude, you stay a tank. It was, like working out with the guys and, hitting the Fartnick courses and, and golf, was a big thing in the air wing, man. I don't know how it was on the ground side there, but if you went out and golfed and could rub elbows with the pilots a little bit, it was a good thing to do, be seen on the course.
I kind of forgot, and Yvette just reminded me. I got to get up in the morning because she has a doctor's appointment early. We got to leave at like 7 o'clock, and then we're gonna spend the whole day because, oh my God, hear this. We got to go to DMV
Hey man,
and,
congratulations on Mint
and
Mobile.
get
Man.
our ID. Yeah, get our IDs fixed, and then we've got to go and turn in our work for our passports.
Yeah.
So we're going to be a while more, and I got a big day, so I guess I better get off here and I got to get a little bit of work done here. I got a few things I got to get done. So
Congratulations.
I'll be up for probably hours anyways.
All right, man.
Yeah, that Mint Mobile is a big deal, isn't it? That's a big deal for us.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy for Chris, man. He, you guys are working hard, and he's making the videos. Hey, if one thing I could request for him, for you to pass on to him, Joey, it'd be nice if we could watch more games with him. Through the season.
It's something that him and I have talked about a lot, and we're kind of torn because we want to do them on Patreon for Patreon members, but then we've also got the channel, and we've got channel members, and we're thinking about starting to push channel membership and getting rid of Patreon altogether, or pushing Patreon and getting rid of the channel membership altogether. We haven't decided which one we're going to do yet, but it might be better to just push channel membership and then stream the games with our members.
That might be, yeah, man. But yeah, it's or I really enjoy the shows like when you have Jeff and Tony and stuff on there. Even if you guys can just have like GBD, showing up to a game with Jeff, you know what I'm saying? And then, if he can't watch the whole thing, we'll finish watching it with Jeff. If Jeff can do that. Get some.
Well, how we always did it last year. How we did it last year, we did stream games. It's like he would stream like the West Virginia game, and then as he went off, I'd come on and stream a game, like maybe or something. I'd stream another big game that day. But he would always live stream the West Virginia game, and then I would come in and live stream the next big game.
I know he had this one where, like, like a Patreon members or something, like he'd let them pick a game every now and then to watch or something.
Yeah,
he said something. That'd be a good thing.
Well, like I say, I think we're going to go over to just channel memberships.
Okay.
Probably here in the next month or so. We're either going to go to channel memberships or Patreon memberships and stream it with our members. So, that's something we haven't decided yet. But there's no need in having both because channel members don't get anything. They get absolutely nothing except emojis.
Yeah.
But whereas Patreon members get coffee cups and shirts and all kinds of stuff, and so we got to figure out which is better. And I've come up with a plan to where we can reward people that do channel memberships as well. After they're channel members for 6 months or something, we could throw them a T-shirt or a coffee mug, but it costs us anything, and it'd be a good thing. So I might just do that. I haven't decided yet. Well, I'm thinking about it though. I'm open for ideas and suggestions on that. What do y'all think? Should we get rid of Patreon and just go over to channel memberships, or vice versa?
It'd be easier just deal with one thing, man.
Can I make a suggestion? Get rid of Patreon, okay? And here's why. And I would suggest this with Mark Rogers also. Patreon charges you when you know what I mean. So what if you have like a Venmo or whatever? Why don't you have them pay you a different way and set up something similar to like a Patreon? Because like if we would pay Mark Rogers $5 through an app where he would get all the money, all we're getting out of Patreon with Mark Rogers is Discord, right?
Right, but here's the problem with that. So if you tell them, okay, it's like Patreon, but it's different. We're going to send you shirts after 6 months. There's got to be a way to keep up with their memberships, and that's hard. Now, if you do it through YouTube, you can keep up with it because YouTube will tell you they've been a member for 3 months, they've been a member for 6 months. But if you do it through Venmo, you'd have to go back on records and set their account yourself and look. And if you get, when you get 200 or 300 members on there, it can be kind of tough to find them, and you overlook people and skip people. And So that's the problem with that. It's a good idea because you get all the money.
I just hate to see you guys lose money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we lose a lot with YouTube too. You know, I mean, because you're only getting with Mark Rogers, you get about 60%. Golden Voodoo gets about 50%. Other people
Right.
get like 35%.
Right. That's why I'm saying
So,
if you go with the bean meal, you're going to get 90% of it. So you'll make a lot more money. And honestly, I
Right.
mean, with Patreon, we're not getting nothing really from Mark except for, I mean, he does give us predictions and stuff like that through emails. But I mean, as far as the Patreon page, we don't have nothing on the Patreon page. It's all Discord and stuff like that, you know. So, but yeah, no, there is more work to do because you have to see who's paying.
So here's the good thing about doing channel memberships. It's something that we do at Pigskin Pete, and I'm sure everybody's noticed it. So, like, I'll come in the room and maybe buy a membership for somebody. It costs me $4.99, but I'll just buy them a membership. They get a membership for a month. And that month is up, they get notified, and they want to keep a membership, so they go in and just subscribe. The same thing, you know, Traveling Fools will do it too. He'll go in there and just buy a couple of memberships. And that's how we just push Pete to all these members. He's got a lot of channel members. I mean, a lot. And it's something that we could do on Golden Voodoo and Mark Rogers to, you know, people that are fans of Mark Rogers, they super chat him all the time. Why not just join, and then instead of super chatting, purchase gift memberships for people. If you're going to super chat $10, just buy 2 gift memberships for $4.99 a piece. You know, and like some people that want to super chat $20, will just buy 4 of those. It's because it's the same difference. He gets the same amount of money. The thing about it is, it could become residual money because those people might keep subscribing. So that might be the way to look at it with Mark as well. And so I might have a meeting with Mark and GBD both here in the next few days and discuss that option.
My buddy today made over $180 on Spaces.
On Twitter. Well,
Yep.
I talked to Mark about it. We've had several meetings about it. We talked about it quite a bit, but still haven't got a decision on it yet. They know it. See, here's the problem. You can't schedule it. You can't schedule, like if I put StreamYard over onto Twitter, it goes live immediately. I can't schedule it out, and we plan all of our shows ahead. So I can get on Mark Rogers StreamYard right now, and there'll be 10 or 12 streams set up for this next week, you know, already ready to go.
Right.
And, you know, because YouTube will promote them the whole week. If we stop doing that, you don't get the promotion, and then you got to go in last minute and create the stream and everything. And I mean, you really should be getting ready to do the show. All of a sudden, you're sitting there creating a stream and posting it. So that's the problem with Twitter, is that you got to go live.
No, you just put it on your channel that you're going to go on Twitter Space at 7 p.m. tonight. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is, yeah, you can do that. But what I'm saying is you have to go live immediately. So if we wanted to go live with, say, the VTN show tonight, if we wanted to do that on Twitter as well, we wouldn't have been able to set up the stream early this morning, or actually that stream was set up a day and a half ago.
Oh, no, you don't use StreamYard. Joey, you don't use StreamYard over there. You use Twitter.
But you can.
No.
But you can associate StreamYard with it. You can link StreamYard to Twitter.
But the problem is, yeah, you can. But the problem is, it kind of defeats the purpose, because Twitter Spaces is its own thing where you can have different co-hosts. You can have people talking. You don't have to send them a StreamYard link and this and that. I can set up a Twitter Spaces right now. 200 people can come in and people can ask questions by just raising their hand. You don't have to send them a link or nothing. It's really simple. It's really easy. There's no video.
Well, it might be something that we talk about more. But yeah, Mark and I have talked about it. We've talked about it every day for probably a week now. And,
but don't use StreamYard. StreamYard and Twitter Spaces doesn't work. It's not going to do what you think it's going to do. You're going to just open your own Twitter Spaces, and the thing with Twitter Spaces is there's a link down on the bottom of Twitter, kind of like on YouTube. You know, YouTube up top, they have a thing that shows live. Well, on the bottom of
Yeah.
Twitter has a thing that shows Twitter Spaces. And you can click on that right now, and it'll give you a list of all the Twitter Spaces, no matter what it is. It could be on politics. It could be on, you know, they got weird stuff, even not, believe it or not, on Twitter. But you can find anything on Twitter.
All right, so Gigs or Squid. Yeah, I'm actually working on that right now. That's a good idea, and it's something that Mark and I also discussed, was creating the shirts for every channel he has. So it's actually something that we've already discussed and working on. It'll take us some time. I mean, it took me 3 months to set up our store that we've got right now. Of course, we've got all these other creators and content creators in there, so it took me a while to set all of it up. But I'll get it set up for every team channel. So yes, there will be USC stuff, and there will be West Virginia stuff, and Oklahoma and Texas, all the channels. So, we will. And
now
also,
give you that
you know, I want everybody to understand something else too, and it's something that I've got to start doing. So I'm going to start leaving a place on every shirt you order to write in what you want. So maybe you want to get your name monogrammed on the sleeve, you know, or maybe you want to get Mark Rogers monogrammed on the sleeve, or maybe you want whatever monogrammed on the sleeve of the shirt. On any polo shirt, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up to where you can write your own whatever you want to say. You'll still have a Mark Rogers logo on the chest area, but you can put something on the sleeve. Same thing with hats. The hats are going to be monogrammed with the Mark Rogers logo, but you'll be able to write your name on the side of the hat or whatever. So it's something that I'm going to set that up too. That'll be a little addition that'll be added to the store probably in the next few weeks.
Hey,
I'm gonna go get this. Yeah, go ahead.
Could you guys explain to me the Slob Olympics and how that got started and what that's about?
Yeah, so 2 years ago, Uncle Lou, Pigsky and Pete, BBD, and a few others got together and said, you know, we just need to do something where we all get together and compete against each other. We compete on YouTube, you know, we talk trash, talk smack. Let's just do it. Compete against each other. So they came up with this idea that they were all a bunch of slobs just sitting around doing YouTube videos all day. People call them slobs, so it just got called the Slob Olympics. So any YouTuber, content creator is always welcome. But the thing about it is, that's not all. Everybody is welcome. Even if you're just in the chat, you're welcome to come. You're welcome to compete. You're welcome to go through and become a part of the Slob Olympics. If you just want to be a bystander and watch, that's fine too. That's the Slob Olympics in a nutshell there.
Oh, well, that's
So
awesome.
next year they'll be in Florida.
Is
And
it
there's a
buddy
trophy.
Joey? Your buddy Mrs. UGA gave me a hard time in the chat. My buddy Mrs. UGA.
Mrs. UGA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl.
They
she
tell you
was
what I
rude
did
to me in the
there,
chat.
So we was in Ever the Trash Talker, and he's a mod in there, and I'm a mod. A lot of people are mods in Ever's group. But anyway, I told Edward, I said, you need a timeout through UGA. And Edward's like, why do I need to time him out, Joey? I said, because he's talking about me. He's talking bad about me. And I said, if you don't time him out, I'm gonna leave. I can't time him out because he's a mod and I'm a mod. But you can. You need to time him out or I'm leaving. He's just playing around. And so Edward said, sir, UGA, you talking about my buddy Joey? You can't talk about my friend like that. And he timed him out. And I was just playing around, you know, he timed him out.
Pretty funny.
So that's funny. But he comes, and you know, the thing about it, Sir UGA, he's really a good guy.
Joey, I won't hold it against you.
Yeah,
I won't
he likes
your
to talk.
association with him. I won't hold it against you that you associate with that guy.
Well, you know, I used to argue with him, and then it just became we started talking. Another one too. God, what's his name? Oh Jesus, he's a Georgia fan too. Oh my God, them Georgia fans, you know how they are. Georgia and Alabama fans. And they're
I don't compare Bama fans and I don't compare Bama and Georgia. See, Bama
oh no,
wins a lot and they know how to win. Georgia fans double their national championships all time in 2 years, and all of a sudden the world revolves around them.
Right? Yeah.
oh I
The
know they are.
The difference
They are.
between Georgia and Alabama is kind of the same on the movie Men of Honor. Georgia thinks they are God, and we are God.
There you go.
That's how Kentucky feels about basketball, man. You know, it's like when Florida was good there for a little while, and all these other SC teams. You know, they're like hemorrhoids; they'll flare up every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, we're the big pain in the ass.
Tim, good show last
Well,
night.
guys, I'm getting out of here. I've got to get a little bit of work done. Like I say, I got to leave in,
Joey,
in
do you
6
ever stop
hours.
working for God's sake? Would you please not work yourself into the grave early, please? Good
He'll
Lord.
be working
Well,
3
I-
weeks after he dies.
Actually, so Tim, did you hear the good news tonight? Was you in go when I came in there for a second?
I was, yeah. You guys got to deal with Mint Mobile or something like that?
I'm fired up, man.
Right
All
on.
right, guys.
Good stuff.
It's been a lot of work. That was a tough get, but it's gonna be worth it in the end.
You're
All
buying
right,
dinner.
we'll see you guys.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, later, Joey.
Yeah, I can buy a lot of dinners with this deal. All right, see y'all later.
Congratulations, buddy.
Good job.
Hey, Mick, good show last night. I didn't get to see it live because I was on and you guys didn't come on. It didn't come on, and I waited about 20 minutes.
Well, hold on. Don't exaggerate. We were 15 minutes late. I think we were like 15, 16 minutes. Yeah, the problem was is
the room I was in, there was nobody there. And then I found out today you guys were on 2 different channels. And I was on the USC one, and everybody was on the main Mark Roger. I didn't realize, Mark, you were in 2 places.
Yeah, I asked Mark for the first one if we could do the on the national channel as well.
Yeah,
But
see, and I was on the other one, and I didn't know, and nobody was around, so I left. I thought, and then I seen it later, and then I hopped on and watched it.
yeah, right before so Rick and I met in the morning. We were just getting the game plan for the show, and then later on, so I made some slides. But what I didn't realize was that StreamYard's a very fickle little beast, and it only wanted specifically PowerPoint slides to upload to the slides. I think you can do Google Slides as well, but I didn't have the right files, so I had a hard time uploading them. So I literally had to rip the whole thing apart, take each slide as one picture, then copy and paste it into slides and PowerPoint, then upload the PowerPoint to. That was a hassle. It took about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we get the kinks out now. Rick promised me, so actually we're going to meet on Tuesday. We're going to meet tomorrow instead of meeting on Sunday morning for a Sunday show. So that way I can get stuff together. So it should be a little smoother next. Yeah, that's fun.
No, that's cool. I was happy. I got to watch it, and I think you guys will do a really good job.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, and that's what I was trying to tell Rick, and Rick agreed that there's so much content, even in the off season.
Yeah, I mean, because your guys just had who the hell was you guys just had? Who was it? 4-star visit yesterday.
They've been a bunch. Well, Dylan Raiola is now crystal balled to USC, the #1 player in 2024. I mean, I do think we're going to start getting quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. That won't be a problem.
Right.
If we land him, that'd be great. If we land Raiola as the heir apparent to, well, we have a flow. We have Moss, we have Caleb, Moss, and Nelson. This, all 5-star quarterbacks. No, I think Moss is a 4-star. But then we get Raiola for when Caleb leaves. This is going to be a flow. Yeah, it's rolling now. We'll see.
But yeah, you guys got all this to talk about, and then you got spring game here in just a couple weeks. Talk about that, and then the season's going to be coming up. You'll be able to talk a little depth chart, be able to talk, the games and stuff like that. And before you know it, the season will be here.
They close the practices now, though. Sucks. I remember back in Pete Carroll years, some of the practices were open to the public. Like most of them were open. Spring ball, we go watch. You could go watch your team practice. During the summer, you could watch them practice. Fall camp, you could watch them practice. Even during the football season, you could watch some practice. I remember being a student, and I would just walk out and sit there at Howard Jones Field and watch, Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, like a couple feet away from me, and just practicing, going through their drills and stuff. But yeah,
they are close. Yep.
And then now coaches, they don't want people seeing, they don't want to see health. They don't want knowing any health issues. They don't want people seeing plays. So they just close all that crap up, which sucks. You guys doing trivia or what? Or I missed all the trivia 2 hours ago.
Nope. What card would you like? No, we've been doing trivia, but what's it? Tony just left. And
do you think Bill Belichick killed all those practices? With all the Spygate shit, when all that stuff's going on, people recording.
Well, the problem is too many people have phones today. They're worrying about recording. Like at Alabama, 5 years ago, they just built these apartments. In fact, I was looking at getting an apartment. But they built this high-rise apartment right next to the practice. But if you buy one of those apartments, you have to sign an agreement that during practices, your blinds have to be closed. You cannot go out there. You cannot record. I mean, there's penalties and stuff like that. And I'm like, fuck, the whole reason of buying the apartment was so I could sit on the balcony and
beer and cigar and watch practice.
Why am I buying the place if I can't watch fucking practice? Why do I want to live there? And so, but I think
you probably could watch it. You just couldn't record it. If you close your blinds, you can still see through. What I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to let you just sit out there with the 12-pack and drink beer and watch.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's because everybody has cell phone. Everybody can record, and nobody trusts anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Well, these drones and the cameras on the drones are so good now.
Yeah.
That you can be 2 miles, not 2 miles, but you can be like a mile off campus, up high enough, and you can be watching a practice with the zoom on those cameras now.
And a funny story, Hillbilly, believe it or not, in 1971, Bear Bryant, they put wires around our practice field, and they put sheets up around our practice field because we were going to play USC in the first game of 1970. Because in 70, they came to us. In 71, we went to USC. We put sheets all around our practice field because we went to the Wishbone. And USC had no idea we were even going to run the Wishbone. We were still in the pro style. So we switched over to the Wishbone. We showed up in California. They were thinking we were running one offense, and we showed up in the Wishbone, and that's how we beat them.
Yeah.
Wait, so you couldn't just play us man to man and beat us? Did you have to pull out gimmicks? Gosh, you're starting to sound like the Oregon Ducks.
You know what? Whatever it takes.
I'm just kidding.
Whatever it takes, man.
Now switch to the southpaw, Rocky. Now switch to the left.
All right, Tone or Mitt, which card would you like? You've already mastered Genesis 3 and you mastered All American. I got Genesis 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Let's do 1. I'm surprised I haven't got that one yet. Genesis 1. Why not?
Well, I think you've mastered that one, haven't you? That's the one that
I've never gotten 6. I've gotten 5 a bunch of times. Right. I've never gotten 6.
All right, here we go. What London museum features a chamber of horrors?
Madame Tussauds?
That is correct. Entertainment. Oh, man, I love these guys. What police force did Max Sennett create?
Mod Squad.
Now, think of an old a real old funny.
Keystone Cops?
Keystone Cops.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's a part of Genesis 1. There's some old ass questions in here. Okay. So don't think 60s, think 20s and 30s. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, 60s is not. Okay, here's your history. Who won the 1968 Oregon Democratic primary?
What?
1968
Get a
Oregon.
screenshot of that face.
Democratic primary.
Preeminent Oregon Democrats. I'm trying.
I'm trying. Well, I'm assuming it's just a Democratic presidential candidate that carried Oregon. Is that what you're saying, or no?
Yeah, who won the Oregon primary? When the Republicans and
Yeah.
Democrats run, each state has their own. Who won Oregon?
Oh, I thought that was asking like when Oregon. It's like a presidential primary.
I'll go with Bobby Kennedy.
No, it was Eugene McCarthy.
McCarthy.
All right, here's your arts and literature. Who met Cyclops on his third voyage?
You broke up there a little bit. Well, who? What?
Who met Cyclops on his third voyage?
Ulysses.
No.
Sinbad.
Sinbad is correct,
Oh.
Hillbilly.
Damn it.
All right, here's science and nature. What vitamin complex includes thiamine, niacin, and riboflavin?
B.
B is correct.
Wow, that's
Okay, sports and leisure.
Yeah, you would never see from looking at me, but I am kind of a health nut. You would never think, but look at me. Okay, go ahead.
I was wondering, like, is that like a professional? Like, do you know that professionally? Or?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Googly.
What was originally called the Pluto platter?
What is it? Oh, that's sports. Is this sports and leisure?
Sports and leisure. What was originally called the Pluto platter?
Pluto platter. Platter. This is genus one. I'll go with. I'm going to guess frisbee because it's the only thing I can think of.
It is a frisbee.
The
The
Pluto.
Pluto platter, huh?
The Pluto platter. You got 3 right, Tim.
That was some unicorn stuff there, Tim.
That was.
Vitamin B and Pluto platter. Who knew?
All right, Gumby, which card would you like?
We'll do a Genesis 4.
Genesis 4. Here we go.
When is Genesis 4, Gumby?
Genesis,
96, I think.
it was 96.
96.
All right. This one shouldn't be too hard, the first one. People and places. Which Chinese city name become a synonym for kidnapping?
Wuhan.
Yeah, move on.
That too.
They kidnapped 2 of my years.
Yeah. Shanghai.
Shanghai is correct.
He got Shanghai.
All right. Here is your arts and entertainment. What 12-year-old billed himself as Davino, the boy magician, at birthday gigs?
Wow.
Don't overthink it. Listen to the question. What 12-year-old billed himself as Davino, the boy magician, at birthday gigs?
Davino?
Well, when you think of the name Davino, what are you thinking?
Danny.
Taxi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taxi?
Twins?
Can I give him a clue of who I think it is, Todd Guy? Is it Double H?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
Davino
David
is
Copperfield?
David Copperfield is correct.
Good.
Yep. The Davino, David. All right, here's your history question. What word, the Latin for I forbid, can be invoked by each permanent UN Security Council member?
Veto.
Veto is correct. All right. Here's your science and nature. How many pecks make a bushel?
How good's your biblical knowledge? There you go.
I'll say 6.
That's not a bad guess. Anybody know?
I want to say 4.
I
Ten?
would say 4. It is
I
4.
was thinking 4.
All right, here we go. Sports and leisure. What walking sport should be added to the Olympics, according to 42% of U.S. sports editors, sportscasters, and columnists?
Speed walking?
Speed walking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
That's okay. I'll go with speed walking.
I would go with the different sport.
What?
Yeah, you don't want my answer, man.
What's one of the most famous sports that deals with walking?
Wow, a sport that deals with walking.
I can only think of one.
Unless you're lazy.
Oh, okay. Is it
Speed walking.
Is it the one for Mimsy? You know, you come by and mow my lawn.
Or moon walking.
Caddyshack.
My grandfather used to call this hoof and mouth disease.
Cow pasture pool.
Yeah.
Cow
You go
patty
chase-
shucking.
You go chase the ball around all day long and you come home and talk about it all night long. All right. Here's your wild card, Gumby. Are you ready?
All right.
Who named his only son Hamnet? Listen to the question. Who named his only son Hamnet?
Hamburger.
No,
It's not Shakespeare, is it?
it is William Shakespeare.
What?
He
I didn't
named
think he
his
had kids.
son Hamnet instead of Hamlet.
Huh.
Gumby, you got 3. Good job.
Naming him Hamlet instead of Hamlet. That you know what that reminds me of? That's like having an omelet shop instead of a Waffle House. You guys ever seen that omelet shop?
Yeah.
The Waffle House knockoff looking things, you know?
Yep, a Waffle House knockoff.
Right.
I watched a YouTube video. This dumb blonde was a waitress, and she come in and asked somebody ordered an eggless omelet, and she went back and asked the cook, and the cook's like, "A what? An eggless omelet?" He's like, "There are no eggless omelets." She goes, "Oh, so you want me to tell him we're out?" He's like, "No." He goes, "Think about it. Take a breadstick. If you take bread away from a stick, what do you have?" And she's dumb and she goes, "A stick?" And he's like, "No."
You need 2 eggless omelets and 6 donut holes. And
Isn't that called a salad?
All right, Hillbilly, which card would you like?
let's go with Genesis 3. I don't think I've done number 3 in a while.
Genesis 3. Here we go. This card here looks good. What Soviet leader was handed his walking papers in October 1964?
Oh, geez. 1964.
You know this. Don't overthink it.
Right. Is it Khrushchev?
It is Khrushchev.
Okay, good.
All right, don't overthink this one either. This was a good movie. What 1985 Golden Age hit has real-life husband and wife Hume Crone and Jessica Tandy play husband and wife?
What, 19?
85 Golden Age hit
Golden Age hit.
has real-life husband and wife Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy playing husband and wife.
1985 Golden Age hit.
This was actually probably one of the most famous movies in 1985.
I guess that depends on how old you were, bro.
Well, yeah, if you were a teenager, this wasn't one of your favorite. But if you were an old fuck,
That's what
this was a good movie.
Mm.
I was saying Jessica Tan's the really old lady in some recent, like not recent, but like she was an old, super old lady like 20 years ago in movies. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so these were old people, and
You know, the only real movie I can think of, like, I'm sure this isn't it, but like I remember from that time of like famous old people. You know, I don't think they were really married though. Was On Golden Pond that had Henry Fonda and
no, that was a good movie, but
and Hepburn.
but I didn't think that was it.
the only problem with that movie was it had somebody in it that my dad is waiting for her to die so he can go to and piss on her grave.
Wait, you mean Hanoi? No, Hanoi. What was this? The Vietnam phrase. Something.
Hanoia Fonda. Hanoia Jane Fonda.
Hanoi Jane.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad always said he hopes he can just live 2 days past her burial because he wants to go piss on her grave.
You know, that's like we were talking, you know, Jeff, like we might have our problems with the shit, you know, this country does and it's going on. But dude, you don't go trash it to other nations, man, especially our enemies. You know, come on, man.
Well, yeah, because we're like brothers. We don't agree on politics, but you know what? I can make fun of you and you can make fun of me, but fuck somebody going and joining the other side, you know? I mean, all right, Hillbilly, do you got any other guesses? Because when I give you the name of this movie, it's going to hurt your feelings.
I don't know. It's probably something like Henry and Maude or something stupid like that. I don't know. What is it?
Gumby, Mitt, do you guys have a guess?
No clue.
It was Cocoon.
Cocoon?
Cocoon. Remember Cocoon?
Yeah, the one.
Oh
where-
yeah.
I've heard of it.
It's actually good. If you watch it, it's actually a pretty good movie.
Who was the? Oh man, what was the guy?
The diabetes guy was in it.
He was Mahoney from Police Academy. Wasn't he?
Really?
Oh man,
You know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to think of his name. Yeah, he was in. Like I said, there was a lot of people, good actors in Cocoon and actresses, and
Yeah, Wilford Brimley was in it. I think.
Diabetes.
yeah, diabetes. All right, here's your history question, Hillbilly. What army led by Pol Pot took over Cambodia in 1975?
The Khmer Rouge.
The Khmer Rouge is correct. Science and nature. How many U.S. states get rid of at least part of their toxic waste in other states? So how many states get rid of at least part of their toxic waste in other states?
I'd say all of them. I mean, seriously, it's like as dumb as the world is. It's probably like, hey, man, if you keep my shit, I'll keep yours.
Yeah, my shit's more toxic than yours, so I'll put mine over with yours, and you bring yours over here.
It's like, look, you got this toxic shithole, and I've got this one. So I'll keep mine in yours, and you keep yours in mine.
I don't want to get off on a whole different subject, but I wouldn't want to be living in Ohio right now.
Oh, buddy.
They're having a lot of problems with trains. And then did you see that the
Man, what's going on?
the plane that crashed that was going to investigate, the people that were going to investigate on the plane, that plane crashed.
Right.
Yeah, so
You know, and you know, and it's like all the food processing places that were burning up, and then, you know, I know for a little while there it was all the electrical substations and stuff.
yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's the shit's right in front of us, man. And it's like, how, you know, but we can't, you know, it's like, to me, it's like trying to vote. Like, I don't think it matters who you vote for anymore, to be honest with you.
Well, you got either crook A or crook B. I mean,
To me, politics is professional wrestling. You know
but let me ask Mitt this. Mitt, honestly, and I'm not going to get political on you, but I brought this up earlier. Okay, you're from Washington, so you think
Yes,
Washington, Oregon. Your politics out there don't fit with the Big 12. I mean, let's face it. Texas
Well,
and
you
that.
know what? You got to remember this. Hold on. So I'm really not from Washington, but I'll tell you this: I've been to Washington. So yeah, I bet you politics in Seattle, but there's the entire population is not in Seattle.
No.
So when you get out
I'll
of the
give
big
you
city
that.
in any state, it's going to be, and also you got to
Look
remember
at Austin. Look at Austin compared to the rest of the Texas. Austin has a different political view than the rest of Texas. But
You got
what I'm saying is, politically wise,
marriage at the ballot.
look, and also wealthy people, unless like you're a Hollywood actor, wealthy people tend to vote with their unless they're complete morons to vote with their pocketbook. If you're making over $250,000 a year, you really think you're going to be voting Democrat? Probably not, right? So,
right. But what I'm saying though is, if Texas is bringing 5,000 people to Oregon or to Washington, they're bringing 10,000 guns with them. That just don't work with a lot of the people at the school. Yeah, I'm not saying that it don't work, but if you look at the Big 12 and the Pac-12 politically, culturally, it's just
there are some. Yeah, if you look at some of the, of course, there's going to be those situations. But like people think of California as like completely liberal. And it does make me kind of laugh.
No.
Because it depends on wherever you are in California, if it's going to be liberal or probably, like for instance, Huntington Beach, California, right here, just right down the road from my guy I know lives down in San Diego or something. Yeah. Anyway, there's an area in Huntington Beach that is you see the crazy rallies, like all the you name it rallies for either that the virus that went around recently or President Trump or whatever. Believe me, there's people on corners honking horns, rolling flags, So, I mean, you got to be careful because there are a lot of very conservative people on the West Coast. Very, very conservative.
And honestly,
but the big cities for given reasons, the big cities tend to be liberal.
Are always going to be.
They're not going to show that out there anyway.
But Northern California is very conservative.
I would say the Bay Area is, but then again, you get out of the Bay Area and maybe not, Oakland and San Francisco, but you get out east and you're going down, not so much.
But I was just trying to tell the Big 12, I'm like, you guys are all saying, well, we want this and we want that, but culturally, there's not a lot of
agreed, right?
I mean. And again, I'm not trying to say one politics better than the other or blah, blah, blah. But I mean, culturally, you guys really, the Big 12 and the Pac-12 have nothing in common. Just like
I'm with Hillbilly.
The SEC don't have a lot in common with the Pac-12 either. I mean, perception-wise, we're a bunch of rednecks, and we just.
That's why college football worked the way they had it until Fox and ESPN decided to screw it all up. That's what made college football so cool. Because it was so regionally tied, it was so different, and you see a game in the South, right? Then you have like Alabama versus Georgia or whatever you'd have down there. And then in the Midwest you got Ohio State and Michigan, and then the West Coast you have USC versus Washington, USC versus UCLA, right? They all have their distinct touches to them, total differences. You go to tailgate any one of those games, this could be a great tailgate, but completely different than the other one. So, I mean, now they just decide, you know what, we can make some money. Let's just mix it all up.
Yeah.
And you have
exactly.
It's going to lose that flavor.
But no, we talked about that earlier, before you got on there. I said, culturally, we're trying to make all these. And I truly believe that's one of the reasons why the SEC said we want to kind of stay regionally.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we get along, you know what I mean? We don't have really much to offer a Stanford. We don't have much to offer a Cal. I mean, they just don't fit in with us.
And I got to be honest with you, dude. It's like Southern moms are a little overbearing. I've noticed compared to like Northern moms and West Coast moms, like the way they dote on kids and stuff like that. It's just like a different atmosphere. And I got to be honest with you, I think that's an advantage that the South has in recruiting is that, it's like when we recruit you down here, buddy, You're not just part of the football team. We're adopting you. We're worried about what you eating on the weekend and what your mom and them doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm with you, Tim. It's like, man, you got to give space for everybody. And this is the one thing that I'm worried about. I think everything's going to come to like a 2-conference thing. It's probably going to have to because of the TV stuff. But they can't lose that regional cultural stuff though with the football, or that's going to hurt it in the long run.
Yeah. Well, you know what really helped the SEC the most was, I don't know if it started with Slyther or Sankey, but they said, hey, listen, any of you guys out there, rat anybody out, we're going to throw you out of the South because we're going to cheat like fuck and get all the recruits we can. And if you tell on anybody, you're out. Now, I'm not saying that Big
Tim,
Ten
that did not work.
Didn't, but you guys took it to a whole nother level, Jeff. I'm sure of it.
That didn't work, though, because that fat fuck Phil Fulmer from Tennessee ratted his ass off on Alabama giving away free fucking books and got us in trouble. But no, honestly, Tim, and I tell people this, and some people still don't believe me. The reason the SEC is the SEC is because of Sankey and Slythe. Our last two commissioners beat any commissioner you can name anywhere. You know, we had the better commissioners, and that's what – because look at the Big Ten. The Big Ten has markets. The Big Ten has this and that. The only thing the SEC had was, one, a commissioner, and two, we got a good product. You know,
you do have the recruiting base. The one thing that the Big Ten is missing the recruiting base, because you look at Ohio, it's not like it used to be. Michigan, negative. You know what I mean? All those
Nebraska and Iowa get you a few linemen, but that's it. You know,
But so it's not the same. But you guys are smart because you have things like 8 game schedules, right? Conference game schedules. That's huge. People don't realize how huge that is for a conference. You guys had the don't tell, don't ask, don't tell policy. You know, you had people on the West Coast ratting each other out left, right, and center.
Do you know why the 8-game conference worked for us? Because we told everybody our conference was harder.
Yeah, it was a good message. It was good branding.
It's tougher in the SEC. We only play 8 because it's just tougher. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just branding in that. And
what do you think?
It didn't hurt that ESPN aligned themselves with you guys and had a nice fat contract.
No. ESPN,
they were the mouthpiece. They were the mouthpiece of college football, and they're saying, "Hey, SEC is the best conference." When it was arguably not the best early on, but they were saying it's the hardest one.
And who was running the polls? Who was running the stars and recruits? If Alabama recruits you, you're automatically a 4 or 5 star. I mean, the SEC has everything working for it in that way.
I think it's game day was real big. Like around the time of Urban Meyer and Tebow down there in Florida, dude. I mean, those guys were. It was just like so many eyes were on the South. We had all these great teams and great play. Yeah, I think you're right there, Tim, about if it hadn't been for the eyes that we had from ESPN back in those days, the SEC, that's one of the things I think we are where we are right now. You're right about that, man.
Well, again, and great okay, hold on. I'm not going to say it's just that. Great coaching had a lot to do with it as well.
Leadership.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, but think about it, though. The Big Ten has had some great coaches and didn't – do as well, and it didn't hurt that you guys fell apart. Once you guys fell apart when Carroll, that helped us a lot too.
Oh, we didn't fall apart. We were taken down. There's a little difference. There's a little, taking all those, taking 30 scholarships over 3 years, 15 scholarships a year, that kind of hurts a program. They knew what they were doing.
Right.
I don't see though how like Ohio State and Michigan can survive that stuff, man. Like Ohio State, it's like they still get all that friggin' money. I remember after Jim Tressel, dude, they were in the dumpster for years. It's just like Michigan, man. They're just now.
No. After Tressel, no. After Tressel, that was the whole thing. Myers walked right in with that. See, they talk about Meyer being this great coach, just amazing, the best coach of all time. But he walked in, boom, he had a ready-made team, a championship team with Zook's players. He had solid players with Zook. Then he comes in and he takes that team. They go undefeated his first year because that team was stacked, So.
But it's like you got to tell me though, man. It's like why is it? It's like some teams when they fall off, or it's like Notre Dame. They haven't won a natty since '88 something.
88.
how do they still? They're demanding $75 million or something, or they were.
Because
Right?
they have a huge, because they have a national fan base.
How do
There's
you put that?
25 fans born a day. At least 25 Catholics are born a day in the area.
One way to look at it. Yeah.
That is whoever decided they're going to be the Fighting Irishes or the Fighting Frenchmen because they were French priests, right? That had Notre Dame, right? But they became the Irish. So every I can say this because I'm 1/8 Irish. Every Mick and every Catholic, because I'm Catholic too, and the planet. If you don't have a college, you're a Notre Dame fan. That's really what it comes down to.
It is. I mean, because that's how it was in the 60s and 70s. I mean, every priest recruited. And I mean, if you're a good little Catholic boy,
and I was a USC fan. Try that one out for 4 years, especially when we don't beat them for 13 years. That was a fun time in high school. Jeez.
All right, Hillbilly, are you ready for your card again?
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm sorry. Let's keep running.
Hey, not a problem. Here's your science and nature. Oh, wait, we did that one. You got that one right. Here we go to sports and leisure. What idea did Chester Greenwood come up with the day his ears turned blue while skating on a frozen pond in Maine?
What idea did
This is sports and leisure. What idea did Chester Greenwood come up with the day his ears turned blue while skating on a frozen pond in Maine?
What idea did he come up with?
If you're out skating on a pond and your ears turn blue, what would you come up with to solve that problem?
Well, I'd put on, like some earmuffs, man.
There you go. He come up with earmuffs.
Well, there you go.
All right. If you don't get this right, you're no longer a jarhead.
Oh.
What does what does DMZ mean to military buffs?
It's not Department of Motor Vehicles?
Demilitarized zone.
Demilitarized zone is correct.
Whenever I hear that, I think of Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
The things that the jokes he is. Oh my god.
Hillbilly,
Yes, sir.
if you wouldn't have missed Cocoon, you'd have got 6 out of 6. You got 5 out of 6.
Man, I'm killing it tonight.
Tim will be the first one to tell you 5 out of 5 is easy to do, but they always screw you with that one question, don't they?
5 out of 5 is fun for a while. They're like, God damn it, I want 6.
It's just those obscure, like film facts. Which married couple, yada yada yada. It's like, wow, man.
Well, like I said, mid will go running along, man. It'll be easy. And then the 6th one is something, how many inches on, bathtub Monopoly or something.
I think Jeff forgets all the clues. I think Jeff forgets all the clues he gives me on some of these cards because I would have got a lot of those 5s if he hadn't been like literally spelling it out for me. But I'll take it. I'll take it, Jeff.
Which one would you like this time?
Let's go back. I'm a glutton. Let's go back to Genus 1.
All right, here we go. You're going to get one of these times. Here we go. This card.
You get enough of them.
What's the world's longest coral reef?
Longest.
Yep. What's the world's longest?
I'm just going to go with.
Sorry.
Great
what's the world's largest?
Coral largest. Great Barrier Reef. Then.
There you go. Who was the announcer on the Jack Benny show?
Come on, Jeff.
Mitt's like, can I call my mom and dad? They might know who was on Jack Benny.
They probably would. Gosh, let me ask you a question. Do I have a chance in hell to channel this thing out of my head? Yeah, probably not. I give up.
I don't see you. I mean,
no impact, no idea, man.
Wait. Is it Ed McMahon Sr.?
No, it wasn't Ed McMahon's dad. No.
Okay. I was thinking that too.
It was Don Wilson. I don't think you would have got there.
Nope.
How many? Okay, here's your history. How many U.S. presidents were assassinated during Queen Victoria's reign?
2.
2 is correct. Oh man, you're gonna hate me. Art and literature. What future war was described in a 1978 bestseller by General Sir John Hackett and others?
What future war?
What future war was described in a 1978 bestseller by General Sir John Hackett and others? So
World War
remember,
World War Three.
World War III is correct.
So a guess of. Yeah.
Science and nature. What is shed when you desquamate?
Can my wife hear me? Wait, hold on. What? That's it.
Wow. I just escalated this.
Don't overthink this.
Okay, what is it again? You desquamate?
What is shed when you desquamate?
How do you spell that?
DESQUAMATE. Desquamate.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Hair?
squamous cells.
Skin?
Yeah.
Skin. There you go.
There you go.
Squamous.
All right.
Are soft, yeah, like skin and your inside your mouth, soft tissue.
Well, look, I was trying to do prefix. Yeah, I was trying to figure out prefixes. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't-
Once you missed entertainment, I knew you'd hate me because you're going to get 5 out of 6. That entertainment screwed.
Jeff, I didn't get that last one. I said hair.
Oh. What golfing accessory was patented by George Grant on December 12th, 1899?
Wait, what was the first part?
What golfing accessory was patented by George Grant on December 12th,
I'll go
1899?
with T. A T.
It was
T.
T.
Oh wow.
See,
I got-
it was.
I got 4.
You got 4.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take the 4. I'll take the 4. Better than the 3. I'm edging my way towards
In
victory.
2 more cards, you got it.
I don't know. Because we know with these cards, it just comes out. It really allows just the luck of the card. You know what I mean? If you get a 6, I need to have just the right card. Just put it that way.
I'll tell you what. Last night we did Jeopardy, and there was 4 hard questions, and Mike picked all 4 of the ones. And then tonight he's been picking cards, and he got 1 out of 6. He got 2 out of 6. He was getting hard questions. And as you know, these cards are not created equally.
Right.
You put one card where you can just fly, and the next one you get none. All right, Gumby, which card would you like?
Hey Jeff, really quick, you guys, you 3, hit that link and just put it on silent in the background. And just like turn the volume off. It's Mark's doing like a night stream.
Oh, okay.
What he's doing is he's replaying
I got it.
his show, and then keeping it open for everyone.
Are you free tomorrow night, Mitt?
Tuesday night. I'm pretty sure. What time?
10 p.m. Eastern.
I should be.
We're doing Jeopardy.
Okay. Yeah, I should be.
It'll be a fun one. It won't be super hard, I promise.
Cards.
Wait. Is Joey playing?
Joey don't know yet. He might have something to do, he said.
No, there's no fun playing Joey. I never win if Joey plays. But then again, I haven't won yet. So I mean, maybe if one of these times I play and Joey's not there, I might actually have a chance of winning.
Hey, John won. John won last week.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I was happy for him. I told him I won't see him for a month now. He's riding the high of winning one, you know. All right, Gumby, which card would you like?
I'm gonna take a Genesis 5.
Genesis 5 from 2000. Here we go. What state leads the U.S. in golf courses?
That's one of 3 states.
Well, don't forget about Alaska. I mean, I'm sure.
All the
Let's
Eskimos.
tell you what, they could probably make a beautiful course in Alaska. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the sand hazard up there. It's more of a snow drifter.
Well, I mean, it's gonna have to be during the summertime, of course.
Damn polar bear out on the lanes.
I'm gonna say Florida.
Florida is correct. All those
Oh, my
snowbirds go down there to play.
Yeah.
What are the other two? Is like Hilton Head, South Carolina? Is that like one of them? Or?
I was gonna say California and Texas. Yes, the other two.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget about Arizona. A lot of snowbirds go to Arizona. There's a lot of golf courses down there too.
True. Yeah. I'll bet you California's number 2, just
Oh,
because
yeah.
of their size and all the golfers.
I mean, yeah. And I don't know about Texas so much having a lot of golf courses. They got more shooting ranges than golf courses.
Yeah, that's a good point.
More places to get lost.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for your arts and entertainment?
Let's do it.
What 1999 hit, hyped over the net, had the highest gross to budget ratio in movie history?
One more time.
What 1999 hit, hyped over the net, had the highest gross to budget ratio in movie history? This film cost hardly anything to produce, and it made millions.
What year?
1999.
Oh, I know what it is. Oh, yeah. I remember them talking about, all the money this movie made.
I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it, Tim. You got it.
I think I'm kind of.
The Blair Witch Project.
That's it. Yeah.
The Blair Witch Project is it.
Yep.
All right. Here's your history. What future Russian president tried to join the KGB at the tender age of 15?
That little rat murdering all them kids. Mr. Putin.
Mr. Putin. All right. Here's your science and nature. Who accepted the 1981 California Architect of the Year award with a speech titled, "I'm Not Weird"?
Wow.
He's like a really famous architect, isn't
Yep.
he? Yeah.
I think I only know one architect, and I doubt it's him. I pass.
Does anybody got a guess?
Andrew Lloyd Webber guy?
Nope, it's Frank Gehry.
Frank Gehry.
No clue.
Does it ring a bell?
All right, Gumby, here's your sports and leisure. Who threw touchdown passes in 30 straight games, second only to Johnny Unitas in 47?
No clue.
One of the greatest quarterbacks of all times. And this was made in 2000, so
Oh, Tom Terrific was just getting into the league when these were printed.
who's one of the greatest quarterbacks of the 80s and 90s?
Joe Montana.
The other guy.
Troy Aikman?
No. BYU.
Oh, Steve Young.
No.
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 Think Pitt.
Doug Flutie.
No, that's
that-
BYU.
No,
That was Boston College.
that's Boston
Oh,
College.
Boston
Wrong.
College is right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think Pitt.
Oh. Think he probably had a lot of golf courses around him too.
Yeah, he had a lot of golf courses around him.
Was it Vinny?
He was with the Dolphins.
Dan Marino?
Dan Marino.
Marino.
Oh, I didn't know you went to Pitt.
Okay.
Finkel was Eichhorn, and Eichhorn was Finkel. Yeah.
Nah.
Here's your wild card. This is actually a good question. I don't know how many people actually know this. The date should give it away, but what celebrity did paramedic Ulysses S. Jones try to resuscitate in an ambulance driven by Charlie Crosby in August of 1977? If I didn't give the date, nobody probably know it, but this is interesting to know. I know somebody who would know it without the date, probably.
Read it again. Yeah.
What celebrity did paramedic Ulysses S. Jones try to resuscitate in an ambulance driven by Charlie Crosby in August of 77?
August the 70s.
No idea, Gumby?
Natalie Wood?
No. Mitt, do you know?
What was the movie?
It wasn't a movie.
Oh,
What celebrity did paramedic Ulysses S. Jones try to resuscitate in an ambulance driven by Charlie Crosby in August of 77?
Elvis.
Call Mark Rogers. It was Elvis Presley.
Shoot.
I was
Like I said, 77 should have given it away. You know, I mean,
I was
Not
thinking,
Elvis.
you know, I had a neighbor who had tickets to Elvis's next show. Like him and his mom were going, you know, they were going on vacation. They were going to go see Elvis, and I guess he died, you know, like a night or two before that show. That, you know, it was like his mom's big dream, you know, to go see Elvis. I guess he was like the Justin Timberlake back then or something.
oh, I remember how excited my mom was and my dad. My mom was just nuts going. And like I said, I hurt Mark's feelings that night because, you know, my mom and dad, oh, you're going. I'm like, I don't like Elvis. I don't want to go find anybody else, you know. And they luckily found two other people. And today it's like, shit, I wish I would have went because, you know, I mean, it'd have been cool to say that I got to see Elvis, but all right. Hillbilly, which one of these cards would you like?
Let's go Genesis 6.
Don't have 6. We stop it. All right, Genesis 5. All right, Gumby just went 3 out of 6 on this. Let's see how you did.
Oh, man.
What city's war crime museum offers graphic displays on the effects of napalm and Agent Orange?
Well, I got a 50-50. I want to say Hanoi or Saigon.
You got a 33.
Yeah. What cities?
No, what cities, one city. What city war crimes
What city war crimes?
museum offers graphic displays on the effects of napalm and Agent Orange?
Shit, man.
This guy was known to be a son of a bitch. He had the blue balls, crabs, and the 7-year itch.
Oh, come on. Ho
Oh,
Chi Minh.
come on, Jarhead. That should have given it to you right there.
Ho Chi Minh.
Wow.
Ho Chi Minh City. I was going to say, Jarhead.
That's giving it to me, though. Ho Chi Minh is a son of a bitch.
Telling you, man, you couldn't do P2.
Hear it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got to have a little cadence there once in a while, right?
My DIs used to, you know, we'd be PT and they talk about how napalm could stick to kids. And
Now here's a question, you guys, since it's late. You guys ever hear the cadence, I wish that all the ladies? Did you ever do that one, Hillbilly?
Oh yeah, I wish.
Oh yeah, is that a Beyonce song?
I wish that all the ladies were pies on a shelf and I was a baker. I'd eat them all myself.
I wish that all the ladies were holes in a row, and I was a dump truck. I'd fill them with my load.
I wish that all the ladies were bells in a tower, and I was the watchman. I'd bang them every hour. Yeah,
we used to, man. I couldn't believe this. Right when I went to Milton, Tennessee, it was a Naval Air Station right outside of Memphis, right, and that's where I went to jet school at. I first, learned, theories, principles, operation, jet engines, and stuff. And there were Air Force guys there training too, and they weren't allowed to talk to us. And I'd never, I guess, they were just, I guess they had a lot of, a lot of young Marines right out of boot camp or can be a little aggressive sometimes. I guess, a lot of the Air Force guys aren't ready for that, maybe.
Yeah.
We used to go PT by their barracks, Navy, don't feel blue. The Air Force looks like faggots too.
Oh, yeah.
Our baseball coach. Oh, we're live. Oh, wow. I don't know. Mick can tell this one. Well, I'll do the. He was a Marine drill sergeant and did multiple tours of Vietnam, and he did the one with we used to run for our baseball, but he'd run with us. And he's I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo is mighty cold. Yeah, that one. And then a couple, I can't remember them.
I don't know, but I've been told.
My Ford and a tank full of gas.
Yeah.
Handful of puss.
Yeah, they were all very colorful.
I don't know, but it's been said California women give the best head. Yeah, we sang a few of them.
Well, I was at an all boys high school, and then our coach we were way out past the admin buildings running, but I mean, we weren't saying it quietly.
Man, I'll tell you though, guys, I've never felt so strong or so hard as when I got out of Marine Corps boot camp, son. And I mean, just when you're sitting there and like when we did company functions and we're all sitting there marching or PTing, dude, when you get, like 300 Marines quick timing and step, dude,
oh, yeah.
I mean, the ground will shake. You'll see the trees start shaking. It motivates you. You're the strongest you've ever been in your life. You're doing things you never thought you were capable of. You come out of there feeling pretty charged, man.
Now, see, we were a little politically incorrect because when I was on my base, we would do PT, and like 2 weeks before there was a shooting at McDonald's. So then we had to run, and we come up with the cadence. Run into McDonald's with my M16, killed 20 people, should have gone to Burger King.
I remember. Hey, you know what? Wait, I remember that, Jeff.
Yeah.
It was San Ysidro, right?
Yep. Yeah. The colonel come down and said that was kind of inappropriate at the time because they were a little insensitive to the workers at McDonald's. But that's.
Man, that'd get you in trouble these days, man.
Oh man, we'd all been court-martialed today if we'd have said something like that. But...
Yeah, it's that it was something. We're talking about the cultural differences. That was something that they used to weed out. Like I remember they tried to weed out, a little bit of the sexual diversity. Let's put it that way. When I was in there, right, they tried to get. They do things to where they would put people with that tendency would give themselves away. You know what I'm saying? Like have them nude around other men and put them, you know what I'm saying? It's like they had their ways of weeding those guys out. And I don't know, it's like and now they're giving them like these stress cards or something like in boot camp.
Yeah. You get 3 cards, and if the drill instructor hurts your feelings, you give him a card.
I wouldn't recognize the military today.
No.
I don't. I'm not going to say ours was better or theirs. It's like it's so much different, and everything's getting so high tech these days. We may never need people to fight in a ground war like they are in Ukraine or something right now. But I got to be honest with you guys, without that type of discipline and that type of culture, it's going to be hard to maintain any type of when you're under fire. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be hard to maintain any type of cohesion in a unit with that stuff going on.
I just hope, and the president right now has made a comment about it, and I hope it was a blunder on his part. But I pray that we never come to a day again that we have to do a draft. Because not everybody in our country is prepared to go to war. Not everybody in our country.
Unless they can bring their mommy with them. Probably a lot of them. Hey, there's somebody Brian VS is in the chat. I want to know if you could join.
Oh, let me throw
it. I drop it. I got it. I can drop it. If
okay, yeah, drop it in, Brian. He's cool. Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm not saying that.
Jeff, I can't. I'm not a mod. I forgot.
All right. I'm not saying that there ain't guys today that's capable of joining the military and do one, but as far as a draft, we don't have. We're not at World War II where if the country got bombed tomorrow, 500,000 people are going to go sign up the next day to go to war. We don't have that kind of people today. I don't feel, and I could be wrong. Maybe the pride would be there, but I look at today's generation. I just don't know that I would trust a draft. I would trust the volunteers maybe, but not the draft.
And I got to be honest with you guys, talking about the cultural differences. It's like, I know things change, but it's like the America that I was taught what America was and the one that I thought I was serving is totally different than what it is today. And I don't think, fortunately I have a daughter. Well, I heard they might draft women, but if I had a son, and I come from a military family, my dad served, my grandpa, my uncles in Vietnam. I had a great uncle in World War I, World War II, family in World War I wouldn't let him serve what America is today. Like, when I served, I thought it was faith, family, and freedom, and it's not that anymore.
No.
But, it's a little, I guess maybe things change, but it's
Hillbilly, the biggest problem with America today, and we got to somehow get the Americans to agree to this. America is better when the Democrats ain't in charge and the Republicans ain't in charge.
Right.
We need the Democrats to get half of their way, the Republicans to get half their way. We need to reach across the aisles like we did in the 50s and 60s and do what's best for America and forget these parties.
Yeah.
What's best for the Democrats ain't best for the country. What's best for the Republicans ain't best for the country. What's best for the country is what's best for the country. And if you're a Democrat, you need to get along with the Republicans. And if you're a Republican, you need to get along with the Democrats. Let's quit hating each other. Just because you're a Democrat, I shouldn't hate you. Or just because you're a Republican, I shouldn't hate you. I can disagree with you, but we need to settle in the middle because America is better when we're in the middle and not in the extremes on either side. And nobody can tell me a time in history where it's been good, where the Republicans ran the country or the Democrats ran the country without the help of each other. Well, we're better in the middle.
I think it was better when it was Whigs. And it was right. Like really before like Republic, it was like, people just had rights and it was before all this big government stuff. And
right. But this crap of I'm going to vote Republican because I'm a Republican or I'm going to vote Democrat because I'm
right.
No, vote for what's better for the country. No matter what it is, we should put the country first again.
But
as a realtor up in Washington, I'm just going to give you my realtor point of view on this. I think Hillbilly hit closest earlier when he said it because, quite frankly, I am very cynical. I vote. I still vote. I vote all the time. Wow. But the point is that it's not about Republicans being in charge or Democrats being in charge. The problem is there's too much money in politics, and it's just one big scam. And I think that George Carlin said it best when it says, it's about, it's a big club, buddy, and you ain't in it. And that's exactly, people walk around, think they're diehard Republicans. I'm going to vote for this, blah, blah, blah. You got Democrats, I'm going to vote for this guy. In reality, those votes that they're going to do in Congress are already bought before they show up. So there's a reason why. One cool thing I saw on one time is they went down the presidents, Democrat and Republican. They talk about the scandals and things that happen, right? and they talked about where did their money come from. And I'm not gonna go too far back. I'm just gonna start really quickly. This is before Trump administration. And don't get me started on that guy. But they talk about Obama. Where did Obama's money come from to beat Hillary in the primary? It came from the banks. How many people did he send to jail with all that scandal and the mortgage stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where did the Bush money come from? Big oil, right?
Yep.
What happened under both? What happened during that time? So it's just weird how these guys get into where they are, and then you can see just how much that money. And I'm not saying these guys wouldn't have been great leaders or good politicians, but they're bought. They're bought, and that's how it all is.
You know, and it's like here, you know, like I don't believe in man-caused climate change, right? No, I believe climate changes. You know, it always has. I don't believe, you know, me firing up my truck is giving the earth a fever. Not, you know, I'm all for like trying to keep the air clean and not having smog and that kind of. But I don't believe, you know, in man-caused.
Really?
Well, I mean, you know what they've done to our culture here, man, because of that. Dude,
There's certain things I get you because certain local politics and certain local economics. I don't want to go down that road, but what I do want to say is just this: simply, if we want good politics again, they just gotta get that money out of. I wish there was one guy run. He'd probably be killed before he got into office, but I wish one guy would just run on. Hey, I have one platform. I'm gonna get money out of politics. I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna fix how elections are run. Not fix elections. I'm going to fix how elections are run. That will never happen.
But see, man, I do believe, and I believe this. I believe that most of the politicians joined politics for what you're saying. I think they went into politics.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
They were going to do good, you know, and they
agree.
wanted to do good. But like you said, the money is so great, corruption is so fine that they get in there and they find out that their vote is already paid for.
I think they're all baby raping adrenochrome junkies. I got to be honest with you guys.
You know, I want to think, though, that most of them wanted to do good when they ran. You know, I mean, most of them, I think, truly thought that they were going to make a change. And unfortunately, until we get rid of the two-party system and go to something, you know, different, I think we're going to get the same old, same old.
And the people need to get their money back, man. We need to get away from paper money and get back to where, you know, we have gold and silver and or something actually back.
Hillbilly, that ship has sailed, my man. we don't have the gold or the silver standard to get all the money we have decided printed for. So people aren't going to give up all the millions they have. They'd have to give up millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're not giving up that phony money.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like you have nothing of real value. It's like it's just a paper. It's a piece of debt.
It's just modern economics. It's just you know.
But think of this.
It's not in paper anymore. It's
going to crypto now. So think about it. Now it's all on a computer.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what controls everything, right? That banking. That's the politics. Yeah. You know, and
not just money itself. It's the accumulation of wealth by a concentration of wealth by a very few. Yeah, dude.
Less than
hey, Jeff, if we're gonna go down this road, can we like not go live anymore? Can we just like
yeah, no, I didn't even think.
I don't want some guy showing up knocking on my door